And we are right button. And we are not live. Well,
It's like, cool, I don't
now
have to
we're
run over and
live.
grab it.
Now
Oh,
we're live.
hi.
I thought I hit the
Hello.
unmute button before we went live, and I looked over. I saw Zoro talking, and there was no sound. I'm like, ah.
Awkward.
Par for the course for this channel.
Let's be fair, they probably didn't want to hear what we're talking about it anyway.
No.
maybe that's
Saturday there was about a 10-minute monologue before Azard realized his mic was muted.
maybe that's what we do for an extra life incentive, is we just record some of the unhinged stuff that's said in in between breaks before the show starts, and just put them together in like a YouTube compilation.
Half
Oh,
are
God.
going to be overly
Oh, God.
inappropriate, and the other half are going to be overly delving into mechanics that nobody wants to know what we're doing.
Yo,
It might have to be an unlisted video so we don't get in trouble.
Look, as long as nobody says the word fuck, before 30 seconds into the video, we're fine.
Well, that's not going up.
that's difficult. That's a tall order, sir.
I mean, maybe. Just have the first 30 seconds of just the Behold roleplay logo with some music playing, and then go into it.
That's why we have intro music, right?
That's why we have intro music. But yeah, so before we kick things off today, just a couple of announcements here. As you all know, we are still currently running the double extra life incentive, I guess you would call shenanigans, through the month of August, as it is tabletop month for extra life. So any donation incentives that are reached will be doubled. So this goes for like the health potions, the advantage or disadvantage on rolls, magic items, raccoon visits, or deck of many thing pulls. On top of that, hello Evie, there are two little milestones that I want to add here. If we hit $500 before extra life is done, I will be making a villain with the community, much like we did a couple years back with the monster when we gave birth to the siren succulents. We'll go through and we'll make a big bad this time that will make an appearance somewhere in the world. On top of that, if we hit $1,000, I am in the process of figuring out how it's going to work, but getting a bit of a round robin campaign going on to where there would be about 3 DMs running one campaign and switching out in various intervals, just for a bunch of shenanigans and tomfoolery going about. No idea who the 3 DMs will be yet. That will be determined at a later time, but it should be a ton of fun. That's at $1,000. And just as an announcement, we still are doing the Battle Royale tournament. That should be coming up later on sometime this year. Fingers crossed.
That's right.
So if I added a little caveat to it, the winner of the tournament will get to work with me on something they would like to see in a game or on the channel. This could be an item, this could be some sort of ancient evil, this could be a full-on campaign that they want to see run. So that will be up to the chaotic little minds of our participants. But I'm hoping that happens sometime October-ish, maybe.
I'd be down for that in October.
This means
Yeah,
actually.
that'd be fun.
We lost to Cannonball.
Yeah,
Apparently,
his Discord froze.
Apparently, Tiltbot does not want to see it happen in October.
Just rage quit.
No, he doesn't. He's like, screw you guys, I don't want to be part of it.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
This means I actually have to finish leveling up Shara. I might have been putting that off a little bit.
Yes, Rosa, this would even be, like I said, if they want to see a new campaign come into play, that can happen. Like, we will make it work, seeing as how it is a extra life incentive. And I don't know why my camera is a little bit like robotic moving.
Mine does that sometimes too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a Discord thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me a second.
Rosa asking about the new Thursday show that's coming up.
Yes, that is this Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Give me a sec. I'm just exiting out of all my programs. I think I know what the problem was. I left Steam open.
Steam was downloading something in the background.
Steam was probably downloading something.
Hey, at least you didn't like leave Slack open in the background.
No, I don't have Slack on my PC anymore.
Hey, there we go.
Yep.
I recently removed Slack from my PC as well, and it felt so good to hit that uninstall button.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sure.
Since I use a work laptop, I don't have anything work related on my PC anymore. Like,
nice.
Oh, thank God.
Like, I nuked, like, Steam hasn't been on, not Steam, Skype hasn't been on my PC since we stopped using it for our games.
Oh, I'm into that.
You know Steam is bad. Yes, I know Steam is bad, yet is always open on my computer, and I don't know why. Yeah, so yes, the Star Wars 5th edition show kicks off on Thursday, and Tiltbot is going to be taking the reins on this one. So it's gonna be an exciting adventure, I can already tell. The Hodor jokes.
I'm very excited to get this off the ground this Thursday. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a good time with that. It's gonna be blessed.
I can't wait to see what shenanigans you guys get up to in that one.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's a very exploitable system, which means there will be a lot of shenanigans from everybody, which means a lot of fun.
Shenanigans? We would never.
Here's the thing, though. If you look at the system, it's just as broken as Mass Effect. Like the shit you can do by level 3.
Yep.
So the whole point of it is early power spike, a lot of fun, stupid things you can do early game, and long story short, I'm fully expecting to have to adjust and revise things on the fly by the time people make it to level 3. But you know what? That's the fun part of being a DM. Plus, we have a really, really good cast. I'm really excited for everybody to hop on, and we'll have a good time. It'll be fun.
I'm hoping everybody has a blast with it.
I'm expecting the return of space janitors. Just saying.
Yes, good old space janitor. Yes.
I think that was
the plan is.
I think that was one of the more entertaining mixtapes was Space Janitors.
Anything in that show went according to plan.
No, it didn't.
No, it did not. There was a lot of crazy.
Alrighty. So, speaking of crazy, exactly.
Crazy.
Y'all got up to not too much trouble last time we gathered around the table on last Monday. You decided to check out the beach that was now part of your property, seeing as how Fort Treasure Storm is now a thing. Though you found that you had a bit of one, maybe two unwelcome neighbors along the beach. One being what were they called again? A coastline reaper, which was a massive jellyfish-like monster that could walk on land. Had the unfortunate nature of sometimes trying to attack ships. Kraken work, but for a jellyfish. And then you found a bunch of razorback crabs pulling up anything shiny from the remains of the bodies that were buried in the sands of the beach by the lizardmen, and taking it to a large cavern which housed a rather large razorback crab that they seem to be leaving the treasure around as a bit of tribute. Though not much decisions were made on what exactly you were going to do with either of these creatures at the moment, you decided to put a pin in the decision of both of those, and you made your way back to the fort to settle down for the night, study up on some of the items that you got. Others were perfecting some of their skills. And during the watch, we only got to the second watch as Pearl and Echo were on their watch. Unfortunate, because poor Pearl is the only one that ever sees this stuff. Sees a massive tentacle coming out of like the central waters of the portion that the 3 islands surround, where no ship can seem to sail from one point to another without running into a disaster. This massive couple 100-foot tentacle coming up out of the water, an eye sort of opening up at the tip and scanning around and seemingly locking on to Pearl for a brief moment before in her head hearing, "It's not time," and diving back down into the water.
I forgot about that.
And that is where we are going to pick up, Pearl, is right as that eye sinks into the water.
And no one keeps seeing nothing.
Nothing.
Around Pearl.
Everyone just thinks
Poor Pearl.
poor Pearl is just crazy at this point.
Okay, so where is Echo right now? Then
Echo is nearby. It just seems that she's staring off into space.
okay, I am going to kind of keep my eyes somewhat fixed on the water, but this thing has gone down, and Pearl is going to kind of sidle over and grab Echo by the arm and say, "Did you see that?"
See what?
Oh.
Or start looking around.
No, out on the water there. Look. You don't see? There's an eye that was on the end of a massive tentacle, and it's just disappeared into the water. Did you see any waves or anything there?
I don't see anything. Pearl, are you all right?
Did you hear it? It said, "It's not time." You heard that, right?
You sure you just did catch a glimpse of Cannonball's forehead at the wrong angle?
No, nothing like that. No, much like this was a huge tentacle. Like it was way out there, but I could still see it. Like I'll bet it was 200 feet tall. How could you miss that? We were talking. We were talking about your mom and everything. And did I bore you to the point where you kind of zoned out?
No, but I didn't see anything. It's been a long day. Maybe you need some rest. It's not unusual to hallucinate if you've been up for too long.
No. I definitely saw it. You're sure you don't see it?
No. And it'd be kind of hard to miss something like that.
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, let's wake the others for their watch, and we'll tell them to keep a lookout for this. Okay, and I think I'm maybe going to see if I can, despite what it might do, I'm going to have a drink and then I'm going to go to bed.
All right. Yeah, we can totally tell the others to keep an eye out for a giant tentacle. Then yeah, probably bed is a good idea.
Do you believe me?
Are you gonna smack me with your stick if I say no?
Yeah, a little.
Then I totally believe you. Here, have a drink. Just go off you her flask.
Deception check.
Insight check. Yeah,
Insight check. Insight check.
You can
Insight check.
most definitely insight check.
Okay.
Not gonna be hard given my Christmas and last
Okay.
one.
So, let's see.
I got a total of 10.
I got 18.
Yeah, I do not believe her one bit. She thinks she's seeing things. A little bit crazy.
Okay.
She's giving you that very crazy person look.
Pearl knows that she's fighting a losing battle here. Okay, well, let's just tell the next watch to look out for this, because maybe it'll pop up again.
All right, Pearl. We can do that.
Okay.
I do believe last watch, if I remember correctly, was Jinka and was it Mir?
No, it was Mir and Cannonball.
Mir and Cannonball. Okay, I got Mir right.
Can
you
Gonna
muted.
go well.
Okay.
I'll talk to Cannonball if you want to wake up Mir.
Sure. I'm gonna go wake up Mir. Give him a heads up that Pearl does claim she saw a giant tentacle coming out of the ocean. But I think she's just been up for too long. Maybe we don't let her stay up for watch again because obviously she drained herself with the spell casting today.
Okay,
See.
I'm okay. Sorry. Anything else you want to add to that, Mir?
No. That's I see.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up Cannonball.
Okay.
Cannonball, it's your watch. Cannonball?
I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. What do you want?
Okay, it's your watch.
Oh, one of those.
Our watch didn't go completely uneventfully. I saw, in the middle there, out on the ocean where there's that area between the islands. I saw a tentacle. I really did. It was like about 200 feet tall, and it had an eye on the end. And it rose up out of the water, and then it looked around, and then it looked right at me, and it said, "It's not time." And then it slowly sank back down. Unfortunately, Echo didn't see it.
Let me ask you a question, matey.
Uh-huh.
And please, don't assume I mean anything by asking you this question. But since Echo didn't see anything, I'm also assuming she didn't hear anything, correct?
No, she didn't hear anything either.
Which means this thing was probably talking directly into your mind, correct?
It might have been, yeah.
Alright, matey, I'll look into it a little bit and see if I can come up with anything. You said a 200 feet tall tentacle with...
About that. I mean, it's hard to tell exactly. It's nighttime, and but the weird thing was that I could see it. I mean, way out there. I mean, like.
And the eye itself at the tip. Any specific colors? Vertical slit pupil? Anything special I should know about it?
Insight check on Cannonball.
Okay, let me do that real quick.
Okay, that one's not quite as good. That is a 16.
Alright, insight check here. Is where's my dice? Where's my bonus? Let me see how much it is. I think it's 0 right now. Yeah. I only rolled a 13 on the insight check.
Okay,
If we're talking
so
flat insight.
yeah, yeah. So mine beats that.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you just kind of stringing Pearl along here, then?
Oh no, he's flat out asking what the eye looked like. He actually believes you.
Oh, okay, all right. So,
He had no reason to think you'd come up with a stupid like story just to scare him or bother him. I mean, he's got tentacle on his forehead for heaven's sake. So he just,
okay, Rojan, do you want to
Eldritch stuff.
elaborate on what the eye looked like more, please? Then, what I could see.
Pretty
What
much
Pearl
what
could
I
see?
said. It looked like an eyeball. There wasn't really
So-
like
much.
a normal person eyeball.
Like
or
a
was it
normal, no,
vertical
like a
split?
normal person eyeball.
Okay,
It's
so
almost more concerning, to be honest.
It is, isn't it?
Can I do a quick roll of any kind to know if this is something like if to have like an inkling as to what my character, like if my character would know what this is, have, you know, being a warlock, fathomless warlock here, or at least partially a fathomless warlock?
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Sure. Does that go off of intelligence by chance?
Yes.
All right, so we are going to use the that little cantrip I got there. Drop that for you, exceptional wit, real quick. Go. So we're going to be rolling a d20 and a d6. So that is a 15 and a 4 for a total of 19.
So you, Cannonball really can't recall anything as of a specific, as the entirety of what resides in the central part of, like, the central waters of the islands has been pretty much just clouded over by myth and rumor. There haven't really been any confirmed sightings of anything of much. It's just crazy tales from people who claim to have at one point seen some sort of apparition or some monstrosity that sort of pokes its head up out of the center every now and then, it being the sign of end times. Others saying that it's the sign that the storm is going to encroach further inward, while others say that's the sign of something that will awaken and push the storm away. There isn't really 110% definitive answer as to what's in there. So what Pearl claims she saw may very well be true.
Oh, yeah, no. Again, Cannonball doesn't doubt people coming in to tell him stuff when they're part of his crew, but it was more, again, if there was any form of research he can do on what that was, but like you said, it's all rumor. So that's probably what Cannonball is going to turn around and tell Pearl, like, there's been many sightings of things between the islands, Pearl. And I'll be honest with you, or with ye, should I say, nobody's really ever been able to document these things and live. So I do believe ye, but I have no idea what it might be.
well, that's somewhat reassuring. And I know I'm holding a drink, and this doesn't look good, but I honestly was not drinking on my watch. But I'm going to have something to try and settle down. You know, it's kind of a double-edged sword here because it may give me more nightmares, but I will have a drink and see if I can get some rest. Echo thinks I'm overtired. I don't feel overtired.
Tell you what, mate. Tell you what, matey. I don't think you'd be wasting your first mate's time with crazy tales if he didn't really think he saw something.
Well, I mean, maybe I did really think I see something, but I mean, that doesn't make it so.
Aye.
It would be really reassuring if somebody else saw it. So As much as I wish you and Mira safe watch, I kind of hope that you get to see it too.
Well, if I do,
Perhaps
I'll be
it's the
sure
night.
to tell you.
Thank you. That would be
Indeed.
That would be great. Good night and safe watch.
And if ye see anything else again in the future, please don't be a stranger. Feel free to tell me.
Oh, I will.
And do yourself a favor, eat something along with that drink before you go to bed.
Okay.
Drinking on an empty stomach before bed is not good. All right, good night, matey.
Good night. So I'll go tottering off and take his advice.
Alrighty. So as your watch begins, can I get perception checks from the both of you?
Not my favorite thing to do.
All right, let's do it. Core perception, which goes off wisdom. All right, and it's a +3. Okay, let's see.
I need my glasses because apparently my eyes are going today. Getting old. Sucks.
My first roll is a nat 1 for a 4.
Oof.
At least I'm here. That is a 15 on the die, +5, so that is a dirty 20.
Okay, can I
Really?
get
Oh,
a
thank God.
can I get a percentile roll?
I'm real glad we decided to do these watches in pairs, because, yeah.
Sure.
You want a D100, yeah?
Just from one of you.
Shit. 98.
Woo! Wow, Raven. All those bad rolls paid off for this one.
I switched dice.
There.
Put the other ones in the jail.
All right.
I brought out
So-
the vault.
Cannonball is completely unawares as to what is going on. Just the thoughts and the thoughts of the giant tentacle coming out of the water and trying to dig deeper into his mind, trying to see if he can recall anything, has sort of distracted him for the watch.
You're getting all giddy.
What's that?
Cannonball out here getting all giddy over a giant tentacle.
And
You
then
know how he feels about his tentacles.
I resent all these accusations, mateys.
Resent to resemble.
Give me a sec. Mirror, on the other hand, there's the sound of feathered wings in the air, flying from behind you in the direction of the beach.
Okay.
And as you turn around, you see this large... How can I describe this thing? It looks like a giant bipedal parrot. Not bipedal, a quadruped parrot. Large, like it's got like this large reptilian like body that is flaked in like these blue and like these various blue feathers.
So it looks like a small dragon that's a parrot.
Pretty much, yeah. But you see it flying around outside of the like right off the shoreline as it pulls up and then dives deep into the water.
And the moment I see this, I'm just going to look at Cannonball, grab his head, and point it straight where I'm looking.
And right as Cannonball's head turns to look at the shoreline, this thing comes flying out of the water. Its beak enclosed and its claws enclosed around that coastal nightmare. as it begins like shredding it in midair before landing down onto the beach and looking to just begin consuming it.
Well, that solves one of our problems.
Yeah. Yes, it does. It does. It does.
Roshan,
Yes. What's up?
but any chance this quadrupedal parrot-looking thing, it wouldn't happen to have leathery wings and a scaly body by any chance?
No, its wings are feathered. So it looks like it's like the skin of its body is a bit leathery. It looks like a small combination of a parrot and a dragon.
It's a parrot.
So what I'm hearing is, would it by any sort of luck of the draw here, and correct me again if I'm wrong in this case, but would we be looking at a parrot cockatrice by any chance?
You would not be looking at a parrot. Actually, you know what? Give me a nature roll.
Oh god.
Okay, let's see if I know what this thing is.
Sometimes you're not supposed to ask questions about things.
I mean, look, you know what? I will ask stupid questions. It's how I survive. Well, let's see here. All right, we're using that intellect cantrip again.
Okay.
That is a 17 total.
A 17. This is not a parrot cockatrice. This
Oh, thank God.
is something worse.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
you sit there for a moment and you're like, why does it look like a parrot? And it just clicks in your head. You've seen one of these things before in your travels. These things are apex predators. They are something of legend, as there are few of them left within the Tricorn. Their hides, pretty much everything about them, fetch a high price if they're able to be slain. You're looking at what is known as a snallygaster. And as that clicks,
Snallygaster, I barely know her.
as that clicks in your mind, you see it rip part of the jellyfish off as it tilts its head back and its beak opens up, and you can see these numerous tentacles kind of like crawl out and wrap around the meat and just pull it into its gullet.
From
that'd be a type of chimera.
From inside the beak, like
From inside the beak, it opens the beak, and these tentacles come out, wrap around the meat, and just pull it back down into the beak.
Tongue is tentacles.
It'd be a form of chimera, matey.
I don't like it. Should I wake everyone up?
Nay.
What is this thing doing? Like, is it looking at us at the fort, at any of that stuff, or is it just focusing on its meal right now?
It's having a meal right now.
I'm gonna look here at Mir and go... Well, Cannonball will look here at Mir and go...
It depends, matey. Do you want to risk your life against one of these, as the DM put it, apex predators? Or do you want to let everybody sleep while it finishes its meal and hopefully it passes us?
You're just going to assume a sprinting position and just wait.
Aye. After all, it'd be cleaning out the bay of them jellyfish reaper thingies that be preventing us from mooring our boats.
I'm more concerned if Rojan has a picture of this thing.
I do have a picture of this thing.
I don't have any of this.
Would you like to see a picture of this thing?
Yes.
Part of me says yes, part of me says no.
All right, give me a
For
second.
the sake of the audience, yes.
Give me a second. Let me bring up a map here for you. I'll throw it on the beach because that's where it's at right now. Let me put that on the token layer so it actually...
Oh look, aquatic predator. Meet bigger predator.
Drag you over to the beach, and then I will change the map here so everyone can see.
Nope. Nope.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Nope.
Oh my god, yes.
Nope. That is.
I want it as a pet.
I was thinking the same thing. Match check is here.
Don't you already have like a dragon pet of some kind?
It's not hatched yet.
The problem is Charlotte.
We can have more than one pet.
True.
I think the bigger problem is it wants to eat all of us.
Yeah, but. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just going to assume a sprinting position and assume things are going to go badly at some point.
Tell you what, Mir, why don't you wake up the captain? Sounds like something that should be her call.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go find Jenka.
Okay.
No.
Good thing Jake elf and doesn't need all that sleep.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we picked her as a captain. We can wake her up in the middle of a long rest to make a critical decision, and it won't screw up her sleep.
And of course, Mir is
Totally factored into our decision.
Where's...
100%.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the thing. So I'm not even waking Jenka up completely. I'm just sort of grabbing an arm and starting to drag.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Question is, how good of a sleeper is Jenka?
Thing on the beach. You need to see. You need to see it. You need to see it. You need to see it.
Just like after a while, she just kind of stirs awake and her eyes slowly open while still being dragged. Kind of looks around that she's moving, looks over and sees a pair of bunny ears and goes,
with a 22 strength check for the drag too.
What?
Thing on the beach. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Yes, we know it's those jelly reaper.
Nope,
things.
something's eating it.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it's bigger.
Okay, let go of my leg. Let go of my leg. I need to sit up.
Okay.
She's like trying to get up and she's still being dragged. Like, no.
Efficiently dragged too.
Alright. I look over the direction that he's pointing at.
And you see this strange looking Cthulhu parrot just having a meal on that jellyfish that both Pearl and Shara were concerned about.
So because Blood Hunter shenanigans, can I roll to see more specifics of what this creature is capable of?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go with
perfect
it.
person to wake up.
Should I do... Actually, let me do this real quick. Do you want me to do a nature or history check?
I will let you choose which one you do, seeing as how you are a blood hunter.
You know, we'll go history.
Okay.
We'll go history with this. Oh, thank God for me being able to roll. Okay. What is my addition to this? 21.
A 21. Yes, you know, you see it and you instantly know what this thing is. It is definitely not a natural creature. It is, again, an apex predator, a aberration that was pretty much a creation of wayward magics and a somewhat raptor-like being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Hey, yeah, it's I mean, this creature is beautiful, but I say we try to not let it notice us, and if it does, cool, we'll deal with that then. But let's not entice it. Let's just be quiet. Just in case.
And as you say that, it kind of tilts its head back, and that you know that raptor-like honk from Jurassic Park that the like in the first one, the raptors when they're calling out to one another.
Oh no.
That little throaty honk. It starts doing that, just echoing throughout the area. and it is loud enough to stir anyone who is sleeping.
If that's the case, I'll look back at everyone else just in case, and just be like,
So much for a good night's sleep.
I mean, I was coming next to now. Talk about.
Slowly scooch over to Pearl and whisper real quietly to her, be like, "Are those tentacles you saw?"
Wait, you saw
Sorry.
tentacles? What?
I said that very, very quietly and whispering. Anyways,
Yeah, we'll stage whisper. These ears aren't just for show. Okay, how long has it been here for?
Pearl's
Few
trying to
minutes.
wake up, but she's obviously had a stiff drink, so it's not going well.
I mean, we let it eat for a little, then we came and woke you up.
I'm just gonna watch this thing. Just not. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it the whole time.
Okay.
since Pearl looks like she's struggling to wake up and this can be a dangerous situation, I'm more stay next to her. Just in case I need to move the gnome Ganassi out of the way.
And those of you who are up after a few moments after it's done feeding, it walks over a little bit and it starts to like strategically start digging in like a small like circular bend shape. And once it gets probably about a good 2 feet down, it kind of walks into the center. You see it lowers its head down as it starts sort of like convulsing a little bit as the beak opens up. The tentacles spread as an egg kind of rolls out into the sand.
No.
Fine.
And then another one. And then another one. And then another one.
What?
Ooh, scrambled eggs in the morning, mateys.
I don't want to eat anything involving that. I don't like my eggs to have calamari in them.
Yeah, that doesn't sound appetizing.
No.
I like eggs and I like calamari. Let's keep them separate. Damn.
It's a tricornian breakfast, matey.
Like a Mediterranean diet, right?
Delicacy.
I mean, I lived in the ocean, so seafood is always okay for me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep watching it to see what it does, if it stays there or if it flies off or something.
No, as it sort of puts the eggs into like the center of this small divot, it begins to bury them. And then it sort of just toddles up and just lays down on top of the dome.
I feel like we should have left last night. We should have left.
There's a lot of shady shit here in this keep. Do we even want to stay here?
You see this as an opportunity.
Do we even want to stay here?
I think it might be a good idea in the long run.
I mean, this
Right.
this plot is definitely a fixer-upper.
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Question is that something we need to take? I don't even want to suggest it. Never mind.
well, here's the thing. If it's anything like any other bird, could stay here, wait until the eggs hatch, then they all fly off.
And then, depending on what kind of birds we're going after, they come back when they want to have their own babies. And then we have more.
Being a blood hunter.
Yeah. It's like mating patterns.
Go ahead and give me a nature check on that.
Nature. Where's my nature? Nature. Okay. Ah. Oh, that scared me. Okay. 22.
22. You know that when the eggs hatch, the mother will begin to pretty much grab anything made of meat. And her and the babies will pretty much engorge themselves for the first week before attempting to leave the nesting ground.
I mean, if we're out at sea, that's not a huge problem, but can't guarantee that. Yeah, Jenka will relay that information, saying like, yeah, I don't know much about their like mating, birthing patterns other than when they hatch, pretty much just have an eating frenzy for about a week. Gotta get that protein for all of them tentacle beaks.
That is not reassuring.
It's not reassuring, no. It's,
I don't like any of that.
Well,
So is this a problem for now or a problem for later?
it might be a problem for tomorrow, depending on certain things. Rojan?
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing giving any indication of roosting, or is it going to fly off?
Oh no,
what we're
it
seeing
is
so
most
far?
definitely roosting. It's laid and buried eggs. It is now protecting its nest.
That might be a problem for now.
I mean, it's a problem in general.
Aye.
Is that a now problem or a morning problem?
It's
It's technically morning. This was last watch.
But have we had our full long rest?
By this time, yes.
Okay.
I'll be
Well,
nice.
Let's rally the troops and...
I think it's a now problem. Obviously, just because we see one, could mean there are others nearby. But this is a now problem. Only because we already have the frickin' Reaper to deal with when we come back. And now
No, we don't.
these
It
babies.
killed the Reaper, Captain. It ate it.
Yes, but we only know of one.
Or there could be more.
We
Are
don't
you
know.
telling me
till we
they
go in the water.
exist in pods?
Do I know if they exist in pods? I probably should have checked that.
You do not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the good news is, if not, then one problem solved, for sure. Heck, we can, after dealing with this, I could potentially dunk my head and just take a quick peek. But yeah, it sounds like we have a lot dealing with just this shore.
Alright.
I mean,
Given my clavity of drinking heavily, do I have anything I can offer Pearl that can help her in the morning? Because I feel like we're gonna need her.
Pearl should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Pearl was just a little slow to wake up, but she's she's kind of coming round and kind of listening and taking the whole thing in, and
I
in
assume
some
Char's
ways she
probably
feels
crept over here by now.
it gives a little credibility to what she said she saw. I mean, this is pretty wild. But
Shara is awake, but she doesn't want to be. So she's still laying down, and she's like got her hands over her ears, She's trying desperately just to get a couple more minutes of sleep, but it's not happening.
Now, if I don't see Shara, I'm gonna go fetch Shara.
Good luck dealing with a grumpy morning shark.
I know exactly the words to make a grumpy morning shark happy.
Shark.
Do.
No.
Do.
Shara. Shara. Shara.
What?
Before breakfast murder.
Who stepped out of line?
Cockatrice dragon. Parrot dragon? Parrot dragon. With tentacles for a tongue.
Okay, I'm up.
Jenka over here, like, it's technically called a spegly gaster.
Shara doesn't want technicalities in the morning. Shara wants to know what she's going to kill for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm about to call it breakfast, so it doesn't matter what its name is.
And it already laid eggs.
Breakfast with a side of eggs.
Double whammy on the breakfast.
Hey, calamari.
When you secretly want to keep the eggs.
Right?
One. Because you're a greedy bitch.
I don't think raising those things for fun and profit is the call.
Yeah, good luck raising an aberration of any kind.
But pet.
But pet.
Aberrations don't make good pets.
No.
We never asked if they were good pets. We just said
You'd
pet.
have better luck with a monstrosity.
Yeah.
Animal handling isn't going to do it.
Look, there are just times that the saying of if it's not a friend, why is it friend shaped just doesn't work.
I don't think friend shaped at all describes that though.
Though they would make pretty awesome watchdogs for our new fort.
Right?
I'd love to have one on my shoulder.
You might get a bit big for that.
Yes, it just crushes your shoulder.
Just a little.
And this is how he died.
Right.
No, that's what
Always
happens when you get like a storm giant pirate. It has one of those as a parrot.
Oh God.
Yes. And now you put that out there in the world, and it probably now exists.
You now put that out there in the world. Thanks.
Why do you keep giving erosion ideas, bro?
Because that's part of my job here.
Because it's fun. Because then we get to go
it's just like the whole Ghostbusters thing of, choose the form of the destroyer. You keep saying shit, it's gonna get added.
And yet we still do it.
Notes. It's like, ooh, take notes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm responsible for a world dragon. I've committed to my role here.
I mean, I released an eldritch god back into nature, so yeah.
And I woke up an old one in one of the one-shots.
I've done all of those things one too many times.
Yeah, weren't they all on Cassius?
Here we go again.
Wasn't that all
right.
Cassius?
So before we get into before breakfast murder, let's go ahead and take a quick break. That way we can get up, stretch our legs, and get refills on the drinks before combat begins. And then we will come back and find out what the plan is to fight this thing. Stick with us, everybody. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, we are back.
Hello.
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 So I took everyone to a map,
I'm in danger.
and kind of where what you see on the map is where said Snallygaster is positioned right now, sleeping, mind you.
Ooh,
Um,
surprise round.
Hi.
So I need everyone to position themselves as to where they want to be.
I mean, want is a strong word.
Do you want to surround this thing first, or just get behind it and just attack, or like how do we want to do this, guys?
I was hoping
I'm
the
the
captain
but I have
had a
no
plan.
tactician. Well, here's the thing. I have a handful
I
of
think-
plans, but I don't claim to be a tactician. So I am open. The thing I would say is obviously get behind it. So if, we make a sound and it opens its eyes, it still has to rotate its head to see us. So we'd still get the element of surprise.
Other good thing to take into consideration, mateys, as it be roosting on its eggs, it's not going to want to leave them quite easily.
Well, I agree with going behind it. Maybe not a complete surround, but maybe more like a U shape behind it, so none of us are in front of it. At least those of us that get up close and personal.
What do we define as behind?
Not
over
where
here.
the beak is.
Assuming its head's over here. I guess we should
This
ask.
being a chimera, mateys, watch its rear end. I don't know if its tail has a weapon or not.
How is its plumage?
It looks like normal parrot butt feathers.
Can you indicate which way it sort of is facing, so we know where behind is?
It is facing in this direction.
Okay.
So behind it would be over here, technically.
I also, Pearl will mention very quietly that she doesn't think that we want to be between the ocean and the critter, just in case. Like we want a path of retreat.
I mean, there's
And the
a
water's
handful of
not maybe
us.
the best choice.
Well, here's the thing. It could be, we don't know if it's aquatic. So having the ocean to our backs could be beneficial for several of us, at least being fast in the water. If we need a bit of space.
That's also assuming there's not more of those jellyfish in there.
I know we weren't awake, but I believe that Muir and Cannonball saw it dive in the water.
Kind of like a raptor.
Yes, but birds are capable of going in the water just for the sole purpose of pulling food out. Doesn't mean they're necessarily aquatic.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Again, I don't know this creature in full detail, so I don't want to say, hey, yeah, go in the water and it won't get you, and then all of a sudden it's swimming under the water. I'm just saying get deep enough in the water to where if it dive bombs, it does have a limit how far it goes. If it's not aquatic, is the thing. Either way, I think we should at least sneak up behind it and then slowly rotate, at least some of us, the more aquatically inclined, kind of shift to be between the creature and the water. If something were to happen, of course. Because I'm thinking, just looking from its wings and that tail, I want to say there's a pretty decent chance it's not aquatic. Because that tail is not fit for
Doesn't look
So,
like a duck.
As you're all talking, you notice that its head comes up like very slightly. Its eyes very easily open up for a moment. You can see that they kind of like bulge out and do like a little 360 before like going back in and it doesn't seem to notice you as it just tucks its head back down and goes back to sleep.
What we're gonna do?
For the record, I'm stage whispering. I would not be allowed for this thing to.
You don't know what range it has for hearing.
That's fair. I'm just letting you know that I'm not going like, "Hey guys."
So
yes, that's also true.
After it seems to have gone back to sleep, keeping a good distance away from it, I'm gonna try and take a long way around and come up over here on this side.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the minimum distance you are keeping from it?
I'm trying to keep about 40 feet away from it at all times until I get to my position.
Okay. So you're about what, 40 feet now?
Now I am, let's see. I'm about 30.
Okay. So you're about here. I need everyone to stop moving.
Yep.
When you're about here, Shara, something about you just seems to stir it just a little bit as it's like slowly like raises its head and it notices you just staring directly at you. I said stop moving.
I don't know what happened to my token. I was like, why is it dragged down? I want to be up. I don't know what happened to my token. Sorry.
As it kind of like it slowly stands up and its feathers start to poof as it starts to kind of like vibrating, its beak opening up just barely. You can see the tentacles, just the tips of the tentacles wiggling on out as your sight seems to agitate it.
I think seeing that posture, I'm going to take a very hostile looking posture. Kind of predator versus predator over here. Kind of clenching all my muscles, making myself look really big.
So the moment you start flexing on it, trying to like make it back down, it sort of digs its claws into the sand, and you know it's about getting ready to charge. So I'm gonna need everyone to give me initiative, as if I could find the initiative tracker on here. That's the dice roller. Turn order. Okay, there we go.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting I have an ability to help me if I low roll on dice. Son of a biscuit. I gotta remember this shit. New character, who dis?
Like I could forgetting that I have inspiration.
Inspire.
All right, everybody should be on the tracker now.
Yes. That's caught.
It's the first initiative in a long time that nobody hit the 20s.
Right?
Right?
I rolled a 5.
Jenka.
Well, it's not focused on me. So I'm gonna take advantage of getting in a good slash as I go ahead and my new? Nope, that's not my new knife. Where's my new knife? That's a knife.
Where's new knife?
Did I not put my new knife on?
How could you?
I don't. I just want to put it on. Oh, wait, hold up. Nope, I did not. Okay, give me 2 seconds. 'Cause I don't know what happened. Let's see here. My knife. Does. No. What's that? Oh, it Misty Step. It's Misty Step. Okay, that. Yeah. It's a bonus action. Misty Step for location when you make an attack and after it falls. Okay, I actually don't want to do that yet. I do want to throw one of my psionic knives at it.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do... Okay, so I do have to move... I actually do have to move 5 feet in order for me to do this. At least 5 feet. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the knife. So... 7, okay. Oh, I'll take that, okay. 22 to hit it?
22 will hit.
Okay. So... 4, okay. Plus my sneak attack, which is 2d6? Let's see here. What is my sneak attack at this level? 2d6. Okay. It's 2d6. Okay, perfect. So, do you want me to separate the damage or
go ahead and give it to me.
just do it all together?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so 5, 8, that is 9 psychic damage. And then for the sneak attack is 8 more damage. And then I want a bonus action. Go ahead as she kind of slices her arm in the moment. Which I believe is 8d6 for me now. It's d6. Okay. Alright, take 3 damage. As I'm going to do Blood Curse of the Marked.
Okay.
Which gives me... I can do extra, I think it's an extra d6 damage on top of it going forward.
Okay. Anything else?
I think I will actually continue to reposition myself in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll go ahead and I'll just kind of spread out a little bit more so we can kind of circle better around this creature. And that's my turn.
Okay. Gotta make a roll here. Nope, it still identifies Shara as the main threat here. So it's going to where's my So it's going to take to the air for just a moment. And it flies overhead, Shara. And then comes landing behind you. as since it was in the air, it uses its bonus action to dash. And then it's going to make 3 attacks on you. Okay, the first one is going to be with its tentacles. Does a 16 hit you?
16 does.
Okay. So you are going to take, where's my, sorry, I'm turning my head and talking. You are going to take, wow, that's minimum.
That's what I like to hear.
You are going to take 6 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And then $12 points of bludgeoning damage as these tentacles sort of lash out and slap and grip onto you as they begin to secrete this strange acidic bile. And as it does, they sort of wrap around your arms and like around your waist, grappling you. And as you are grappled, they go to rake you twice with their talons. Okay, so the first one is a natural 20 for 25.
Ouch.
And then the second one is going to be a 15.
That will hit as well.
All right. So we are doing, so since you are 5th level, this is brutal critical.
Yep.
All right, so the first attack, you're going to take 24 piercing damage. And the second one, you are going to take 9.
Okay, I am still up, but bleeding profusely.
And that is its turn, so we are going to go to Echo.
Alrighty. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drink off my punch drunk.
Okay.
Roll that d6, and I got a 1. I don't know what that does yet.
You got a 1. Oh, this one's good.
Okay.
So, on a 1, you get a bit energetic, which allows you to your movement speed to increase by 5 feet. And on your strikes, you're able to make one additional swing.
Awesome. So, moves me to 50 feet. How far away is this thing? 100 feet. So,
This is the first map in a while we've had people be 100 feet apart.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I'm going to spend a key point. I'm going to do a Step of the Wind to bonus action dash.
Okay.
Which will put me... And as I run up on it, I'm going to yank out that net I have. And I'm going to particularly make a wing attack with the net. So I'm going to throw the net at its wings and attempt to entangle the wings.
Okay.
Instead of restraining it.
All right, and this is from Midgard, isn't it?
It is. It
So
does say huge or smaller. What size is this thing?
this is huge. This is a huge creature.
Yeah.
All right,
I can
so
pop it into...
does it need to make... Okay, if you could pop it into chat, that's perfect. Text galore.
Yeah, it's got 3 different things. I'm doing one of them. I just popped it all into one.
Wing wrapped. Instead of restraining a flying creature, you may entangle its wings in your net. Creature is hit by a net. When you use this maneuver, its fly speed is reduced to 0, but is not restrained. Okay, so go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Whoa! That's a natural 20.
Okay, so that easily wraps its wings up.
Okay. And that would count as one of my attacks, right?
That would count as that would count as an attack action.
Okay, so as the second part of my second make 2 attacks per attack action, can I just punch it for my second attack?
Yes, you can.
All right. And can I do I'd like to attempt to do a stunning strike with this one as well.
You most definitely can do that.
My unarmed is a +7, so that's going to be a 23.
That most definitely hits.
Awesome. I'll need a con save for that stunning strike. So it's going to be 11 bludgeoning, though.
That's going to be 17 con save.
He'll save.
How many damage did you do?
11 points of bludgeoning damage. Non-magical. I'm not magical yet. Not sure if it matters, but yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Shara.
Well, I think I'm going to start by tightening my grip on my static great axe here and using my bonus action to drop into a frenzy. And then we are I'll stay grappled. I'll make attacks on it instead. I was thinking about trying to break free from the grapple, but I'll stay where I am. Just attack.
Okay.
Do I want to use reckless? No, I don't think I want to use reckless attack. I don't want to take another crit from this thing.
Oh wow, this actually has a cone effect now.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Right
That
before
is
we
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned that earlier today. That was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't know it was in effect yet. That's cool.
Yep. That way we can accurately see what the hell we're about to be hit by.
Yep.
Okay.
So first attack is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 will hit.
That is going to be 12 slashing. Wait, no, I'm raging. I can add damage to that. 14 slashing damage.
14.
Yep.
Okay.
And attack number 2 is so close to the 20. Instead, it'll be a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
And middle of the road damage again. That's going to be 13 slashing damage.
13. Okay.
Yep. And that will be all I can do.
Okay.
I do not have any potions on me.
Muir.
Alright. We are going to scroll up so I can see the rest of my character sheet. Yeah. I'm gonna go there and then basically run alongside it. In the process, we are going to do we're gonna do a hop and a rage and I don't know if this is going to work or not. We're going to make an attempt to find out.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a reckless attack crushing blow to see if I can drop its AC.
Okay.
I did post it. Basically, if it's got natural armor, I can break it. And
I remember this one.
Armor.
I remember this one. Zale did this a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's the, hey, I don't know if you've got armor, but we're going to find out today. And that is going to be a dirty 20 to hit on a reckless with the trap axe.
That is going to hit.
And I don't do any damage, but if it's got natural armor, its armor is going to go down by 1 mil.
What do you know? It's got natural armor.
And that is permanent.
It's almost as if it's an animal or something.
I was making a guess. I'm like, it's big. It's angry. It's an apex predator.
It's a bird.
Let's try.
Okay.
And that is it.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Cannonball.
We are going to have to do a few things. We're going to start by moving up a bit. I know, shocking, right? Cannonball moving up. We're going to move up 30 feet. As we are a little far away. And we are going to do a few things, which I need to check distance for. 2 seconds. What's the distance on this thing? I can't do that. I'm a bit too far for this. So we are going... You know what, we're gonna just, for now, I think all we can really do is ye old Warlock Faithful right now.
The only spell in the Warlock's repertoire?
That can reach that far right now anyway.
Something Eldritch Blast.
Something level 5 Eldritch Blast, yes. 5th level, we shoot 2 beams, so it's gonna be 2 Eldritch Blasts. Let's see if any of them hit. Thankfully, the one stat I did not lower when I damaged my soul with the trot earlier was Charisma, so we still have decent plus to our attack here.
That's all you have, decent.
I mean, look. So one was a 2, which is absolute garbage, plus 7. It'll only be a 9 and won't hit. The other one is a nat 20.
That'll hit.
Yep, for a 27.
For a 27.
Yep.
And so Eldritch Blast will enact Brutal Critical.
Okay. So it's usually 1d10. So what is this gonna? That means
So
I do 20 flat damage.
So it's 1d10. Is there anything you add on to it?
Plus 4 force from the charisma modifier thingy.
It will start off as 14 damage. Now you'll roll the damage as normal and add on to it.
Okay, so I add an extra d10. Got it. Works for me.
And you add the d4 again.
Oh, and I add the plus 4
sorry,
again?
the plus 4 again, yes.
Yeah, you roll
Really?
damage as normal. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, you get the max critical.
So 14 plus 11, that is 25. There we go.
Very nice. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I'm too far for anything else.
All right. Earl.
Okay, I'm going to upcast Moonbeam.
The beam of the moon.
And I would like to place it sort of so it's on top of its head, basically.
Moonbeam is how much?
5 foot radius, so centered on the head, but covering as much of it as possible.
Gotcha.
Be 4 squares, basically.
Yep.
And it's, I think, bigger than that. It's So.
My concern is, what does an upcasted moonbeam do?
Lots of damage.
Let's see. I'll just drop it into chat here. There you go.
I'm just getting the little moonbeam marker so I can add the light to it.
So it has to enter the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there engulfed in flame. And it has to do a con save.
Okay. Oh, it's got to do a con save.
Oh.
That is a natural 20 for 30.
That will do. Oh my goodness.
What is your con save?
My con save is 16.
16. Okay. So you see the moonbeam sort of summon and strike down at this creature as its body sort of shimmers in response, and you see the moonbeam vanish. And then a moment later, the moonbeam is now cast down upon you.
Oh, well that
Wow.
sucks. That's something I wasn't expecting. I was just expecting it to fail.
No,
okay.
it has a reaction called parry spell. And if it beats the DC save by 5 or more, it reflects the spell at the spellcaster using the same slot level, spell save DC, attack bonus, and spellcasting ability modifier as the caster.
So now do I do a con save then?
You do. You do a con save, and you have to beat your own spell save DC. As
Tricorn Isles.
as it's God damn it. As it pretty much reflected a upcasted moonbeam at you.
Okay, so my con save. Let's hope it's good here. That's a 19 on the dice plus 3 is 22. So I beat my save.
Yep.
You take
So
half damage.
yeah, and that would have been 3d10. So we'll see what that is, and maybe all I can do is hope I roll low.
I'll roll it. Since it's
You'll roll it. Okay.
Since it's the monster attacking.
Fair enough.
So that's 22, so half to 11.
Could have been way worse. Okay. Can I choose to drop concentration on that spell?
You cannot, because this is its spell now.
Oh crap. But I can move, right?
You can move.
Okay, I am going to move. Let's see. 30 feet. Okay. But now it has to maintain concentration.
It must,
right?
yes, it has to maintain concentration.
So 30 feet. So I can get to that little square there, I believe. Just... Oh, I just did the wrong. It just booted me out of Roll20. I was moving on a diagonal towards. Have you got control of my?
Yep.
When I get control of my token, I will move it 30 feet.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Right there.
Yeah, that's great. And bonus action, Shillelagh.
Okay. We go to the top of the order with Jenka.
Oh, doubting. Okay. Go ahead and I'm gonna move. 30, yeah, I'll get to there. And I'll go ahead and throw 2 daggers at it.
Okay.
Okay, so for the first one, dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. Oh lordy, I have a lot of d6s to roll. Give me a second.
Good thing you have a bunch of Kraken dice, so you have a lot of d6s.
I know, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. And they're all different colored too, so I know which one does what damage. Okay.
Perfect.
So 8 psychic damage, 10 sneak attack damage, and for the mark, and make sure if anything needs to be manufactured. So additional die. Oh, yeah, it's just d6. Okay. And then just 4 additional damage on top of it.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, that was my first one. Now my second. Ooh. 17?
17 will hit.
Oh, thank God.
No sneak attack doesn't apply to this
No
one.
sneak attack.
Nope.
Nope. But my other one.
Gotta balance the rogue bullshit somehow.
I mean, yeah. Fairly decent roll. That is a 9 psychic damage, and then 3 additional damage on top of that. So 12 total.
Okay.
Getting closer to it. I'm just throwing knives as I'm running towards it right now. I'm trying to get close.
So
I was thinking of holding one of the eggs at knife point, you know, to threaten it, but we'll see what happens.
oh yes, because that's a good thing.
Don't
Yes,
move or I'll
threaten the
scramble.
mama.
So
Don't move
it
or I'll scramble it.
it opens its beak wider as it's still holding onto Shara. And Shara, you can begin to like feel a little bit of a vibration coming from the tentacles that are holding you.
No, thank you.
As
No,
it
thank you.
would be directed at Shara. Shara is the one that is being held, so Shara is center point.
Oh God, Pearl.
No.
So it's only
That's so
going
cool.
it's only going to be Shara and Echo. I am going to need Constitution saving throws from you as it just lets out this burrowing or bellowing honk in a thunderous voice.
No honking. That's what the goose does.
That's going to be a 19 from
Okay.
Shara.
18 for Echo.
Okay. Well, I will say you made it, so you're going to take half.
Do we still have those temporary hit points from that meal?
Yes, it was 8 temporary hit points, and they took effect this morning.
Okay.
So I want to. So I don't know if you can see all that. This is weakened, by the way.
Good.
Can I get special gloves so I can catch the breath weapon and throw it back?
All right, so both of you are going to take 19 points of thunder damage.
Ooh. Thunder. Thunder damage. God damn it.
Thunder damage.
Does it sound like thunder?
No, it sounds like a very annoyed honk.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
As you can see the sand like around both Shara and Echo sort of pushed out. Pearl, for the moonbeam, is to move it an action or a bonus action?
One moment.
It is an action.
It is an action. Okay. So the moonbeam is just going to stay right there. Actually, it's going to choose to Yeah, you know what? It's going to choose to drop concentration on the spell. As it has no use for it at the moment.
Glad it's got third level spells twice. Good to see that go down.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to use spell slots when it does reflect like that.
Nope.
No,
She meant her
but
spell.
But you know, sort of it was a freebie, but it does. You have to maintain concentration, and then you know it's an action to move it. So it's That was one of those. It seemed like a good idea at the time things, right?
Shara, can I get a strength contest from you?
You sure can.
Telling that against the barbarian, you silly Billy.
It's the barbarian
yes,
rage.
Contest, so it's a check, right? Not a save.
It is a check.
That will be as high as she can possibly get with a nat 20 for 25.
25. So, you put up a valiant fight. And because it is a nat 20 and is technically still a critical success, the effects of whatever is going to happen here are only going to be halved because of it. But what it does is it attempts to run away with you in its claws. I need the line, not the cone. But because of it, it can only get to there before your strength stops it.
I'm not breakfast, you're breakfast.
I mean, chicken and waffles.
Who's waffles?
Well, we're gonna turn those
We
eggs
named
into
one of the
waffles.
eggs.
I was like, we got eggs, we just need milk.
All right.
Can you milk a rabbit?
You'd have to ask first.
This is the Hanar milk conversation all over again. Echo.
Oh god, I'm not. No. Okay. What can I do to try and help with the situation? just gonna run after it. I no longer want to be near Shara. Sorry, Shara. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and punch deep, punch, fury of blows, punch some more.
Sure.
So the first one's going to be a dirty 20. With the most damage I can do, which is 12 bludgeoning.
Very nice.
Second one is going to be much lower. That's only a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. And another max damage of 12 bludgeoning. And
Okay.
then for the Fury of Blows, that's a 21
That'll hit.
with only 7 bludgeoning. And the last punch, it's going to be a 19.
19 will hit.
And that's going to be a total of 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And where is that? I was reading. Since I get the bit, well, I don't know what kind of reach this thing has yet, so I'll stay there. That's fine. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Shara.
Well, since I don't think that I'm going to survive another round, I might as well reckless attack. And I've only got 5 HP left, so just throw everything we got at it.
I mean, go big or go home, right?
Right?
Does that mean you're spinning those bracer things?
Not yet. Because I may be able to do even more damage with that if I can land all my attacks.
Okay.
But that's a pretty big if. We'll start with the first attack, which is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And that is going to be 17 slashing damage.
Damn.
Right. That's that D12 plus the bonus plus the rage damage.
That'll do it.
Second attack. Second attack is going to be a 25 to hit.
25? Yeah, that will definitely hit.
And this one is going to be max damage, which is going to be real nasty for this guy. That is going to be 20 slashing damage.
Ow.
And because I am in a frenzy, I can use my bonus action to make another attack on it. This one... Yeah, I was hoping I could build up all the static charges in my axe before expending that bracer damage, but I'm one attack short of that. So before I do this roll, I will declare that I will expend the bracer damage, so it gets expended whether I hit or not.
Okay.
Didn't think I was going to have to ask this question so soon, Rojan, but what happens with that bracer damage when I roll a nat 20?
Ooh.
How much damage is in the bracer right now?
Currently, there is 23 damage in the bracers.
Dang,
Okay.
girl.
Go ahead and roll me brutal.
Okay.
got
Okay,
a lot of natural 20s this fight.
Not counting any of the bracer damage, it's currently sitting at 35 slashing damage.
And you expended all the charges?
All the bracer damage is expended in this.
Okay. So, I have to ask how you want to do this because this poor bird is paced. So what happens when you crit after expelling the charge is for every 10 points, every factor of 10 that you have in the bracers will increase the damage output by a multiplier of 1. So by spending the 28, it's a multiplication of 2, so the 35 becomes 70.
Damn.
Let's see, and if I can get Echo to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Oh, nose might be right. The diet was doing so well until that one. That's a 9.
That's a 9. You're gonna take 28 points of damage as as about in a 5-foot radius of the creature. The damage from the bracers is sort of just expelled out from the critical hit.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
It would have been nice to remember a few seconds ago. Too late now. I remembered right as you said that though, so it was like one of those oops.
Womp womp.
That's okay. I'm hurting, but I'm up.
So as far as taking this creature down goes, I think Shara's expression, started as like super happy and eager to like, be in this fight, but then each hit, that expression kind of dropped more and more until she's just like a sad, bloody mess. But then right after landing those first 2 attacks, like her muscles all clenched and her pupils dilated and her grip on the axe tightened, and she just brings it down right in front of her to sever the arm that was holding on to her.
Oh, it was the tentacle.
And, sever the tentacle that was holding on to her. And then she keeps that motion going and like swings around and severs one of its hands and keeps that motion going again until she does like a full pirouette and just brings that axe clean through this thing's neck.
Okay. And with blood and gore just spraying all about, like all over you in like a Tarantino-like fashion, the headless body of this once apex predator falls to your feet.
And she just screams at it as loud as she can. A good old barbarian scream.
Oh, damn, I'm right here. Jesus.
And it... What?
She's screaming in my ear. God damn. Right there.
As the Snallygaster falls, you feel as if you're out of danger.
Just gonna collapse in the sand, covered in blood, guts, and gores that sprayed around, and give Shara a thumbs up.
And she looks at you, but her mind is obvious. It's just blank. Like her pupils are still dilated. She's still huffing, and that frenzy is still there, but it's wearing off.
Oh, well done, Shara. That was badass.
Then kind of looks over at Jenka, and her eyes kind of go back to normal. Then her shoulders slump a little bit, and she just gives Jenka a thumbs up, and then she falls backwards into the sand as that 1 point of exhaustion kicks in.
So, I just imagine, I don't know if anyone else is thinking this too, but when you, like, rage and that happens, I think of, like, Bruce from Finding Nemo, where your eyes go completely black over.
Yes.
You're seeing red.
I dig it.
It's Brucey. Yeah, she'll definitely be like, oh shit, and run on over to you. And I hate you guys for fucking making me the captain, because I guess I have to care for my fucking crew, as I will give you potion.
Wait. Everyone pause. Everyone look outside.
No.
Is the sky falling?
Yep.
Yes. Flames. There's flames in the air. I will give you potion of healing.
That's right, because your
Who you
potion
for?
survived because you were in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
So, Shara doesn't care. She'll drink whatever you give her, but I, as the player, need to know, is this one of the potions that you got from one of the, like, supply bags you were
Stacks?
given, or was it one of the ones from that Jin guy that we backstabbed?
Shax.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I did not do that one. No.
Okay, good.
I did make a note of which one was his.
I have my doubts about those ones.
I do.
Oh, are
I'm
you
not
worried?
Using that one.
No.
I'm using a regular.
No, we're not worried.
Because, well, you know what? I went from double digits to single digits now. I guess I need more fucking potions now. All right.
At least you have
You're lucky
potions.
I love you. You're
Do
lucky
you?
I love you. I do. And it's the gods favored you. That's 7. It's plus 2, isn't it? 8, 9 points of healing.
I will take it. Thank you.
Now,
So
are
at
we
least help you up?
are we still in combat or no?
Oh no, there's nothing to fight
Oh.
anymore.
Okay. I would like to come over and I would like to drop the healing spirit on everyone so they can do the conga line through it.
I love that you're the new Ash. I love this.
As we conga line through them, or look over at Shara, but
So-
I think it got in my mouth.
So that would be 10d6 I'll roll. And can everyone just share that same number?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other thing that Pearl is going to do is she's going to sort of she's going to look at everybody and say, I know they might be valuable, but should we destroy the eggs before they hatch?
Breakfast.
The
Breakfast.
player in me says no. I want one.
I want it as a pet. Me too,
Jenka,
but-
Jenka, give me a perception roll.
Yeah. Yep. I just dropped my thing. Perception. Where the frick's my perception? There's my perception. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that works out. Nat 20 for 24.
You notice that the head is moving, as it's now like the tentacles are now like up and about, and then they're it's like attempting to run away.
Mirror, chop the head off. Quickly.
Oh, the head is already off.
Apple.
The head is just running away.
Nope,
Oh.
I'm smashing the head. Bunny smash.
I will. Oh, sorry. I thought it was still twitching on the ground. I will also help him, and my blades at it.
And
Target
everyone
with
gets
fire.
35 points of healing.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts too.
Okay. I'll say with the combined knives and smashing and eldritch blasts, you sort of paste the head.
It's moving.
Well, you know what? That's okay, because, this is gonna sound really morbid, but Jenka would like to... How big are these wings? Let me ask that first. How big are these wings?
Oh, that reminds me. I got to take out my net.
Yeah, you got to take the net off in order to get the
Yeah.
the actual wingspan here.
Echo, can you help me?
Yeah.
You got peanut butter in there? What's going on?
Huh?
Keep going.
Me?
Why do you keep doing that? Yeah.
Oh, it's because my mouth is really dry. Because it's freaking hot as hell in here.
Oh.
So.
Oh no, you were making a comment earlier saying like, oh, I got it in my mouth.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. My brain did not catch up with that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Do I keep doing that? Yeah, I think I had some of the goo. Well, I don't know what you want to call it. It's in my mouth.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful. Never
Yeah.
touch people's blood.
Not really sure how to remove this net, but I'm gonna give it a try. You want to help?
I mean, I could. Yeah. Let's help. Let's be careful.
I won't even make. I won't make you guys
these
roll.
wings.
You can slip the net off.
Awesome.
The wings themselves, it looks like each wing is probably about 10 feet.
Okay. So, Jenka, hopefully with the help of Mir or Shara, she knows Shara just went through.
Shara's
hell of a
conging.
ringer.
I can help.
Yeah. To cut off the wings at the bone, right at the shoulder blade, and she basically wants to keep these as, you know how like in like a captain's quarters you see like the cross blades on like a plaque behind them. She wants the wings as like a plaque for her eventual room at this keep.
Okay, go ahead and give me 2 survival rolls.
Okay. So I am helping if that helps at all.
Are you proficient?
For survival?
Yes.
That's a good question. Let me see here.
If I may,
Yes, if you may.
can I do a quick nature roll to see if this thing qualifies as a dragon?
You can, but I'll tell you right now it doesn't.
Okay, perfect.
It is definitely not a dragon.
It's just a chicken.
Useless to worm grafting, got it.
It's just that weird turducken with the octopus sticking out of it image.
Yep.
That's not better.
Works for me.
But it's
I can't unsee that now. Can't
All right.
unsee that.
So you are not proficient, which means I am on my own here.
I'm dexterous. I've got really good hands.
Yeah, but at least I'm proficient.
I'll just hold the wing out. It's just make it better. I don't know.
Well, the first one's not bad. Not bad. The first one is an 11. The second one is a nat 20 for... we're doing the plus 10, right? Which would be 35.
You're able to get one of the wings.
You know what?
With
That's
the 10,
okay.
with the 10, you can push it. But there's a good chance that wing is going to be mangled.
We're going to try anyways.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, Mir, do you want to try it?
Then if you're going to do that, go ahead and give me one more roll at disadvantage.
That's actually not horrible. That's 12.
12? Yeah, it's mangled. Like, you try to get the wing off, and there just seems to be... You're either hitting, like, a bit of rough cartilage, or you're hitting something to where you have to go up and around it. And it sort of leaves, like, a jagged fray at the removal point.
I appreciate you trying, Mir. I actually have a backup plan. Just having one wing now. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, as long as you're not going to try to fly with them.
No.
That's what I was worried about.
No. I'm not gonna try to fly with them. It's more of a mantle situation here.
Find somebody
But-
to sew it onto the back of a cloak and then, try to fly with it.
No.
Jump off the roof!
Oh. No. Although you could take the feathers off and, like, layer it on the cloak. That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure that's what Campbell wanted to do with the grafting if there was a dragon.
I mean, yeah.
Grafting
So,
isn't limited to dragons.
Yeah.
I think you just opened up a whole new can of worms.
You have a dummy's guide to dragon grafting in your possession, but grafting is not limited to dragons.
So,
How you do it specifically with dragons, but you can apply this to other creatures.
before Cannonball takes over, because the other wing was not salvageable, I will take like just 2 feathers, nothing crazy, just 2 feathers. Because the aquamarine and the blue, it just totally look what Jenka's like. Look at her colors. So she's gonna take that. So when she has her captain's tricorn, she's gonna put those feathers in it.
Gotcha.
That's it. Move on. You got it. You do whatever you want. Now do it. So I drag the wing away.
I mean, you took all the good parts, but whatever.
One way. Tentacles in the mouth.
Captain does get first dibs.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you could call
Captain
it.
gets first dibs on the treasure, so.
God damn straight. Yes. I'm liking this.
Even though she whines about being captain all the time.
In character, no. Out of character, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so considering the mangled state of the body at this point, Rojan, what is salvageable off this thing? Because the head's gone, the face
Technically-
tentacles are gone, the eyes are gone.
Yeah, so pretty much the head is destroyed. The body, or the body itself is severed at the neck. One of its arms is cleaved off. So pretty much it's got the main body and 3 of its legs. The body itself is enough to like pretty much skin for like a decent pelt. Maybe use it to make some sort of armor.
Yeah, I'm assuming its limbs are huge, right?
Yes.
That's too big to be grafted or used in any way, shape, or form.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I'm listening.
I mean, Cannonball doesn't know what the size limitations of grafting are.
True. And I do like the idea of experimenting. And one of its arms is already cut off, technically.
Yep.
Was it cut off at the arm or at the forearm?
At the shoulder.
Oh, even better. That's still usable.
So yeah, so the talons at the end of the arm that was severed are still intact.
You're giving me bad ideas, Rojan.
Or am I setting me up for good ideas?
I don't know. That's the problem. You know what? I'm gonna look at the rest of the crew, and I'm gonna say,
Do any of ye need anything off of this thing?
Just the meat for cooking.
Is there anything there that might interest the possums as payment for the transportation they provided?
Well, maybe the head, but that's gone.
No. I hate tentacles.
Maybe a claw.
I mean, aren't the parts of this thing supposed to be valuable? We could take whatever from it, sell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting my hands on as many of these feathers as I can get.
Do you hear the shifting of sand as Jenka's running away faster now?
You still got the other part of the wing.
Well, if ye all don't mind, I may or may not take these 4 arms with me for research purposes.
But
Better
by
than
all means,
tentacles.
yeah. If you need help chopping them off, I'm feeling a little bit better now.
I'd appreciate. Well, one of them ye already chopped off, but if you want to chop the other one off, same like, I'd appreciate.
I'm always ready to chop off some limbs.
Preferably not mine, but yes, please go ahead. He points at the body.
All right, Char, can I get survival rolls from you if you're gonna try to remove these limbs?
Sure can. They are going to be at disadvantage, though, because I have that exhaustion.
You are tired.
But I am also proficient in survivals. We'll see how it goes. The first one is going to be a 14.
Okay.
And how many am I chopping off? 3 in total?
Excuse me,
the other
yeah,
front
3.
arm and then the 2 backs.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually going to be another 14. And the last one is going to be 17. Not bad.
Okay, so the 2 14s, it takes you a couple whacks in order to get the arms off. But you're able to separate them from the shoulder. The 17 is just easy enough cleave through. So you've got one clean cut, and the other, it's taken you a couple swings.
After I chop them all off, I'll scoop them up and walk over to Cannonball. Always happy to lend a hand, and then just dump them off in front of him.
It sure be handy having ye around, matey. I appreciate it.
I'm taking psychic damage from this.
Surprised you didn't do thanks for the
This
helping
is
hand. Well, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pearl.
Oh, Pearl's gonna actually, oops, wrong thing. Pearl is gonna make her way over to Shara by this time, and she's just going to touch her on the arm and say, "Are you feeling okay, or do you need to be healed more?"
I'm feeling not 100%, but a lot better than I was a minute ago.
Okay.
I think I'll probably be kind of like tired for the rest of the day. That took a lot to do that. I kind of like don't tell the people that were around me at the time, but I kind of blacked out. I don't really remember what I did, but I'm sure it was awesome because there was like blood everywhere when I came to.
Pearl just nods.
So while everyone's messing with the body of this thing and Pearl's running around healing people, I want to look for the eggs. See if I can figure out where the eggs are and start trying to unbury them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another survival roll. See if you can't locate the nest now.
Well, that's not bad. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. So you recall roughly where the eggs were at. And it takes you about an hour to dig down deep enough to get to said eggs, but you find all 3 of the eggs intact. But they seem to have like this strange like mucus all over them. You can tell that the sand that was touching it as you look around like the base of the eggs was pretty much liquefied.
That's not good. Even the eggs have defense mechanisms. Me over here as a player wishing I had some sort of light spell so I could try and candle the eggs, see how far along they are, see if they're edible.
Well, they were just like regurgitated, so
I don't know how it all works in there.
If Pearl was able to trundle over there, could she do a nature check to see if she can discern whether the eggs would be safe to eat?
Well, you probably don't want to touch them just
you
yet.
most definitely could do a nature, or you could do survival, either or.
I will do survival check then.
All right. Before you roll, how is Pearl going about this?
Pearl is going to walk over. She's not going to touch them.
Okay, I was gonna say if you reach for them, one more grab your hand.
No,
Stop
no,
you.
no. Okay. I think what she probably would do would be to look at Echo and say, "Do you think it would be okay if I kind of poked it with my shillelagh a bit to see if they're okay to eat?"
mean, if it's an ordinary weapon, it's probably just going to get disintegrated, but I don't know how a magical weapon will fare.
Okay, so my quarterstaff, is it considered magical then or no?
It technically does magical damage, but it wouldn't be considered a magical item.
Okay, I am going to look around to the group and say, does anybody have a scrap of cloth or something?
Yes.
Okay, and she's going to wrap the bottom end of her quarterstaff with cloth and then use that wrapped end to poke at the egg and see what happens.
So you poke at the egg, and like the moment that fabric comes in contact with the mucus on the egg, a bit of necrotic decay begins to creep over the cloth itself as it just slowly pretty much ages before your eyes and just rots away from the staff.
Okay.
Anyone got some form of fire? I think if we hit this thing with fire, maybe it'll burn off the mucus, and it'll cook the eggs a little.
I don't have anything like that. You know, my trick is shaping water and freezing it, so no,
Pearl,
I can't help you there.
With that little experiment right there, you know that these eggs are probably not safe to eat, let alone handle.
I think we should just try to destroy them. I don't think we should eat them, though. I really don't.
In that case, can I make a Molotov cocktail? And just set it on fire with my flint and tinder and toss it?
Oh
I have
my!
alcohol.
If you have, yeah, if you have alcohol, you most definitely can.
Here,
I have alcohol.
Pearl. Just use the
It's
cloth I
gone.
gave
I need a
Pearl.
new piece. I mean, I have an extra
Well,
set
the
of
cloth you
common
gave
clothes. I
me
can just rip a piece
is
off
gone.
of them.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I also I have common clothes in my backpack. I'll just rip a piece off of them. And...
I mean, I was gonna say I've got a handful of them with my alchemy poisoner's kit. A lot of times I just get it and I'm like, does this smell like chloroform to you? So, you know, there's a few of those.
I've asked if anyone had fire. No one answered, so this is my answer. Molotov cocktail.
Okay. If you have the ingredients, give me... No, you're fine. Just give me an attack roll.
Okay. I rolled a 16 on the die. What do you want me to add to it?
You're throwing it. So go...
Next.
It's more strength because you're throwing it.
Oh, strength. Okay, so that's a +1, so that's a 17.
Okay, so you lob it in there, and it hits one of the eggs, and fire starts spreading all over it as you begin to hear these audible screeches, like steam escaping from the eggs.
Oh, we definitely didn't want to eat those.
And the fire burns for maybe about 5 minutes. And then as it slowly burns away, what is left now are just these these 3 blackened like stones just sitting in the nest. Almost petrified.
Ooh.
Want to poke them with a stick again to see if it disintegrates? And I got a stick. I'll poke them with a stick.
When all else fails, poke it with a stick.
I'm not gonna poke it with my staff.
I'll take another piece of my clothes. I have a spear. I'll use the butt end of my spear with the cloth on it.
And you thunk
Tap
it. You thunk it, and nothing really happens.
She will.
There's a bit of like a charcoal mark on the cloth where you thunked at, but that's about it.
Pearl, do you want to double check to make sure there's nothing living in them anymore?
Okay.
Make sure that shell's just not.
You don't
medicine check do that?
You don't even have to roll. There's nothing living in there.
Okay.
Whatever may have been in there was cooked alive.
Okay, I will pass that information, my thoughts along to Echo.
I mean, if Campbell, if you're experimenting, crack one of these open, see if you can pull anything out. Should we crack one open? See if there's anything worth in there.
Tell you what, go ahead, matey.
Okay.
You just cannonball like holding a bunch of like limbs under his arms. Like I gotta drag these.
Somebody with an axe, maybe Muir?
Yeah, mirror. Sure, that's what I was thinking. Either that, I can poke it with my spear, but it's
Sure.
gonna take me a while to peel it off.
No, I can do that. What would you like me to roll for that, Urchin?
Just an attack roll.
Well, since... Oh, will reckless be the answer?
Always the answer.
Reckless is always the answer. You're a barbarian.
Yeah, you're right.
Reckless is your Eldritch Blast. It's just the
No,
cream of the
that's not
crop.
right. That's a 15.
A 15, your axe just cleaves into it, and whatever was inside is now looks like a very overcooked burnt egg.
Okay. Now I'm more shrug and walk away because I'm done with these things. They're dead. That's what we wanted. Not what I as a player wanted. I want a pet.
Well, no eggs, but still got breakfast.
Matey, and this is coming from, well, I mean, Captain, and this is coming from me. I don't think you want to eat those.
Well, do we want to skin it and try to sell the hide, Captain?
Yeah, that's a good
Tie it off the body, be a good idea. Tail feathers, too.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I
Sure,
will
Char was
have-
running around collecting feathers.
I will have one of you give me a survival roll to skin and collect the feathers.
I will assist whoever wants to do so.
Pearl will offer.
Nice.
So that would be an advantage.
Yes, it will.
Okay. Let's see. Oh dear.
I'm not supposed to say "oh dear" with advantage.
No.
I know.
What'd you get?
Well, the best roll's at 12.
Okay.
Oof.
Hide's tough. Like, you begin to like try to skin this thing, and your knife is just not going. You're getting the feeling that you can press on, but you're probably going to damage the hide, or you can just leave it as is.
Okay, I'm just gonna say to the group, you know, I'm sorry, my knife just is not doing this. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Somebody
sad.
maybe with something sharper, but not me, not today.
I guess that's that. I mean, we could sell it fast enough. We could sell it all intact, but I don't think we're gonna make a sale that fast.
Well, we also will have to trek it around with us for a significant length of time.
Yeah, it'll just rot.
Well,
Although, we could.
I think we just had the same,
Take
same
it.
idea here.
I'm sorry, what?
They want to give it to the crab as snacks.
Well, for storage.
Well, one large snack.
You know, we're not having any success skinning it here and now, so let's stuff it into the bag and try again later. I mean, it's already dead. It's not like we have to worry about sticking a living thing in the bag.
Yeah, it's not like things rot in the bag either, right? Right.
Well, we don't know about this bag in particular, but there's one way to find out.
Right.
So, what's now? What is it now? A backpack, or is it just like a?
It's a satchel.
A
Is how
satchel.
you described it.
Yeah. So you're trying to stuff the body into the satchel?
Well, I'm putting the satchel down near the body and like coaxing the crab out and, you know, insinuating, hey, can you take this in there type of thing.
Your crab, now a little larger, sort of comes out of the satchel and snips at it, and it pulls it into the bag. But a moment later, it is just launched out of the bag, and it goes out into the sea.
I don't think he liked it.
Huh.
That was a neat trick, though.
Yeah. Good to
Notice
know
how
it eats
nothing
things it doesn't
attacked
like.
it. Water might be semi-safe. That's reassuring.
And now we know that perhaps there is a size limit, or a gross limit.
I almost feel bad for the crab. Should we give him something nice instead? He did try to help us.
I think if he wants something nice, chances are he's probably already taken it.
That's fair.
I mean, I
Makes a
won't
mental
stop him.
note to check bag every morning.
So, what was the deal with those eggs? Is that breakfast or no?
No.
Pearl said that are really not edible. Even
Not
after you
because
cook
they're
them.
burnt. They're just. I think we get really sick.
I don't know. I've eaten some pretty inedible things before.
I think this
Sometimes
might
when
even.
you're hungover, you just gotta take a chance.
I think this would be too big a risk, and you're already kind of tired. And
Yeah, I kind of feel like shit.
yeah, let's not push this. I'll see if I can wrestle something up with our rations. It's decent.
Yeah, I think we still have one of those stags left from last night.
Yeah. So I will try to make a breakfast using, I think it was a gazelle we had left over. Make up a breakfast with that.
Okay.
So, sort of brunch since it's a little later.
So when you come back to your fort, there are a couple people inside of it.
You said this was empty, Shara.
A group of about 12 people with a couple carts full of building materials. Led by two dwarves who seem to be giving orders to like a couple of tieflings and elves and whatnot, who are already unloading things off of the carts and beginning to set up for what it looks to be repairs on the fort.
Can I help you?
One of them kind of looks over to you. You the owner?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, it's my name on the thing.
Strange guy came to town, paid us a bit of gold, told us to start making repairs. So, not being ones to turn down gold, loaded up the wagons and headed out this way.
A strange guy, like hairy strange, or like too many tails strange, or like windy and sandy strange, or
Tall, gray-like gentleman, long white hair, giant beard, horns coming out of his head. Nice guy. Lots of gold. Just said to head out this way and make repairs to the fort. Orders are to give you all some walls.
walls would be nice, yeah.
Town. You said you came from town. How far did you come? When did you set out?
We came from town.
Okay, which town?
A town.
Captain,
Town's
I'm
named
not
A
getting
Town.
anywhere with this.
No, we came from A town.
That's the name of the town.
That is the name of the town. A town.
Oh, okay.
I know of 18, but I've never heard of A-Town.
Uh,
And O-Town, but
we're-
not A-Town.
we're your neighbors, kinda. He kind of points out. He points off to the east. You see those gathering the trees there. The small little town of us. They're probably about 35 in total. It's out there.
What is your town known for as far as like?
Oh, it ain't
farming?
ain't known for anything. We're just trying to survive out here away from the hustle and bustle of the city. But we've built everything from scratch there, so I guess the large gentleman thought we can help you here.
From what they were describing, Jenka will look at Shara and kind of whisper like, "Is this the gentleman from before that you mentioned before we arrived? Sound familiar?"
Kind of familiar, yeah. I mean, I'm not one to look at gift genie in the lamp, so if they want to, give us some walls, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay. All right then.
I mean, a roof as well would be great, but I don't want to push my luck.
Don't worry. We're repairing everything in here. We're just focusing on the walls first.
Oh, but nice.
Any of the buildings that are in here, we'll make sure that they're structurally sound and able to be used.
Shari, did you when you were talking to the gentleman, did you indicate you wanted all this done? Like, where's he getting all these ideas?
I mean, I didn't say it, but I kind of like felt that this place would be a bit better with some walls.
Anything else you thought it would be better with that you want to tell us about?
Oh, there was a lot that I thought about, but there was priorities, like walls and stuff.
He's like, well, we can build whatever you want. It's just gonna cost you. We're here for basic repairs and giving you a wall.
Yeah, I think definitely have some ideas as well.
Yeah, we haven't really thought about what we need here, and we haven't really talked about it yet. So, starting with walls is great, and we'll get back to you when we've got a plan and we can talk about price.
I mean, about how long will your basic repairs take?
Well, this is a ring fort. Taking into the fact you're probably going to want somewhat of a wall on each ring. Basic repairs, maintenance on the buildings. Place hasn't seen life for a while. You're looking at a good 2-3 weeks.
Yes. And then if it just happens that we don't get back to you within those 2-3 weeks, where can we reach you at if we want additional?
And just motions over to the west again. Be over in A-Town.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry. What was your name?
I didn't give it.
What is your name?
Give me a moment.
I guess we are being rude and not introducing ourselves either.
Bob. My name is Bob the Builder.
Builder Bob.
Roden frantically loading up the random name generator.
I have the names. I was just looking for the correct spelling of it.
Oh, gotcha.
The name's Poncharillo.
Poncharillo.
Friends call me Ponch.
Pleasure. We are. Fuck, I forgot the name of our.
We are fuck.
Ship. What's our ship? What's our ship's name again?
We be the crew of the Wanderer.
Is it just Wanderer or is it Fey Wanderer?
Wild Wanderer.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, because usually you associate the name of the group with the boat, which is why I was saying we're the Wild Wanderer crew.
We're the crew.
The crew of the Wild Wanderer, and we are currently in Fort Treasure Storm.
I think
we
we
go.
can keep it at simply the Wild Wanderers, Captain.
He kind of just points over to Shara. What's your name?
Shara.
That's all I need to know. You're the boss here.
Lando. Technically, she's the boss. I'm the landowner.
Look,
She's the ship owner.
we ain't on a ship. You've got the paper saying you own the land. We talk to you.
Fair enough.
This is Ash all over again.
But I'm the captain. Nyeh.
No, I'm the captain. It's mine.
Just wanted my silk sheets.
Her and her goddamn silk sheets.
Be
But her
careful
father
what
made
you wish
silk.
for.
Damn. What was the fort? It was called Fort what?
Fort Treasure Storm.
I love that name.
Oh god, I hope no one storms our treasury.
They can storm it all they want. It's empty right now.
That's fair. Yeah. Alright, cool, thank you. Yeah, I think while we eat breakfast, we should probably discuss maybe some things that they can do before we head out for the day.
Yeah. If we want to put together kind of a plan that we can leave with them, and then when we come back, they'll probably have put a quote together or something for us. Oh,
Sounds
hey,
good.
also, does somebody want to check and see if there are any more of those killer jellyfish in the water? See if it's okay to bring our boat by, or
I can do a quick swim.
Starts looking at all the aquatic people.
I can hold my breath for 30 seconds. Says Exo.
I have unending breath. I can hold it as long as I
I
want.
know.
I just don't
I
move
know.
too fast.
I mean, I could do it. I just don't want to. So
What if I told you to do it?
Look at you, matey. Already landowner and already a captain of your own right.
I mean, you could order me to do it if you want, but technically, be on the clock at that point. So I'm gonna charge you for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works. That's how it works on a ship, right? If you're doing stuff for the ship, for the crew, you're getting paid for it.
You're getting paid regardless.
We're getting paid time off. Does it come with benefits too?
Yeah, I don't kill you. It's great.
I don't
Might need
know.
some,
A lot of
a dental
people give
plan.
me that benefit,
Damn.
and really, it hasn't panned out so far.
First of all, not a fan of the sass when I already offered that I would do it. Getting some toot over here. Just go walk towards the water and just be like, screw this, and just get in the water.
If it can wait till after breakfast, Captain, I would come with you.
Captain's gone.
You know, Captain, I can breathe underwater, right?
Captain's in the water already.
Captain's gone.
All right, so
Fine, I'll go after her.
so let's take
Cannonball roll is high.
let's take a quick break because I am being summoned for something. So let's give me about 5 minutes or so, and we will be right back. And we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
Oh,
Jenka, you were pretty much Baywatch running to the shoreline.
With my floaty and everything. Yep.
Your floaty.
whatever the hell that is that they run with, the buoy thing.
It's a floaty.
Floaty.
Life
Yeah.
preserver? Yeah.
That's the technical term. Sure.
It's a fancy floaty.
It's a fancy floaty.
The condensed pool noodle.
Yes.
So, as you go into the water, how deep are you going? Like, how far out and how deep?
I'm probably going to skirt about midway first before I go deep, but I would probably go out. I would probably go out about 200 feet, maybe.
200 feet. Okay, so you go
Wow.
out 200 feet, and how far down are you going?
Well, without backup, I don't want to go all the way to the bottom, so, whatever roughly the halfway point would be out that far, so, or maybe, okay, no, that's the ocean, never mind. It's the whole fucking ocean.
It is the ocean.
Yeah, never mind. I was like, that was a dumb question. That's really fucking deep. Halfway peak could be 2,000 feet for all we know. No, I'll probably go about maybe 30, 40 feet deep. That's about it. Nothing super crazy, just enough to kind of see if there's anything lurking somewhat further down.
And do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. My dice tray go. Okay.
so did Cannonball make it to go out with her, or is she alone?
Oh,
then?
yeah.
Oh, I did follow, yes.
Do you have a swim speed?
Yes, I have a swim speed of 40, actually, and I can breathe underwater. I do have dark vision.
She turns back and she's like, swear to fuck I can't do anything by myself.
He gives her a shit-eater grin.
I don't know about you, but she can talk underwater, so she's just like, what the fuck, I can't do anything by myself. She'll flat out say it.
He gives out the old, like, first mate salute.
Someone's got to be in charge, and you're not it apparently. So swimming out. So yeah, I rolled really good though. I rolled a 22.
A 22. That is definitely good. So you go down, you begin looking around as your eyes catch a bit of Doritos that just landed on my desk.
Doritos, hot damn!
Cassie Cass just walked by and threw Doritos on my desk, and it caught my attention.
Hey. You're like, ooh.
Underwater Doritos. It's not very appetizing anymore. But you look down and back near the shoreline. Well, not the shoreline as you are underwater, but back near like where the landmass and everything is for the shore. You notice that probably about a good 200 feet down from where you're at now. And back towards the beach itself, you see what looks to be a strange metallic door, set of double doors built into the earth itself. Around the outside of it, spaced in intervals of probably about 5 feet, are these small green gems that seem to be giving off enough light around the area for any of those who are underwater who would be able to easily to make the doors out more easily.
Huh. Okay. And this is about how far from the shore right now?
You're 200 feet out.
Yes.
And then while you're underwater, this thing is again back towards the shore, built into the part of the land where it would start climbing up to the shoreline again.
Got it.
And it's built into there, but it's about another 200 feet down.
Okay. So it's still pretty far out and pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Are there any markings on the door?
From where you're at right now, you can't necessarily tell.
Don't want to risk going deeper in case there's something protecting the door. She's heard crazy stories. She'll go ahead and look at, what's that Echo? You're not Echo.
Thank you.
I look back at Cannonball. You're pretty though.
No respect.
And she's gonna point it out and going like, that looks interesting. Oh, right.
Cannonball nods.
Forgot, you're not. Forgot, you can't talk back. Okay.
Cannonball's gonna actually pick a nail off of his thumb and just hand it to Echo. Wow, you're Echo too now.
Everybody's Echo.
Vengeance. But yes, we'll hand the nail to Jenko.
I'm not touching that. That's gross.
He's gonna roll his eyes and just like poke her with it, and you're gonna hear his voice in your head as he goes, "Now can you hear me?"
Yes, and I have a way better fucking way to do it. You. That didn't involve your gross ass nails. I've seen your nails. They're gross. You don't clean them or trim them.
I'd be perfectly manicured, thank you.
That's gross.
Because funny enough, he pulls them out, they actually regrow.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, that looks interesting. Something we should probably look into. Not today. We are very much having a growing to-do list right now. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to surface real quick, make a note of where we are, and then when we get back to shore, pull out my cartography set and mark where that is. I think it'd be very good to know. Don't touch me again with that nasty ass nail.
I'll touch ye as often as I have to be efficient, Captain.
I said no! She's gonna go back up to the surface to like make a point of where they are.
He's just laughing his head off at this point. It sounds like blub blub blub, but you know exactly what's going on. Oh, and to make a point, he'll swim back up faster than you just for the shits and the giggles.
You know what? Give me 2 more levels. 2 more levels. And then we'll talk shit. Anyway.
Oh, I mean, in 2 more levels, I won't even need to do any of this stuff. I'll have 50.
All right. So you make your way back to the fort.
Why is this a pissing contest? Yeah, all right. As long as, I mean, her main concern was not just the Reapers, but to like see if there was anything else lurking as well. Just in case there were other dangers.
You didn't
like, okay, for the most part, it seems like it's somewhat safe to pull short.
It seems like basic undersea wildlife now. There doesn't seem to be like any skull jellyfish or 5-headed sharks or anything down there.
I'm sorry,
That'd be fun. Must be one of Shara's cousins. Yeah, we'll post.
What, you've never heard of the Hydra shark?
That sounds
now.
Yeah, he's not allowed over for Thanksgiving anymore. We don't talk about it.
His name's
He's
Greg.
he's the weird
Fucking
cousin.
Greg. Yeah, when Jenka gets to shore, she first things first pulls out her cartographer's kit to mark where that door was, and make some notes before turning to the rest of the crew and kind of let them know the situation. We can dock the boat here. We should probably get a dock built. Just pointing that out there. We should probably get a dock. Seems like that was probably the only Reaper. If they have a nest or a den somewhere, it's pretty far off, to be completely honest. Unless it's further around the island, but I didn't explore that far. Found an interesting silver door and some gems illuminating it pretty far down and pretty far out. So it looked interesting. It was part of the land. So I thought maybe that'd be something to look into at some point. But it was intentionally there, it wasn't severed.
So it was like built into the land. It wasn't just like a door somebody accidentally dropped in the water.
No, it was built into the land, and with the way it looked, either it was magically put there or built there for whatever reason. And the only thing that comes to mind, only because I know these exist, not saying that's what this is, but the only thing that comes to mind is a gateway to the Feywild. But I don't think they would have it underwater like that. They usually like visitors to fuck around with.
Hey, what do you think would happen? Like, if it was a gateway to the Feywild, and we took that painting that was also a gateway to the Feywild, and we, like, put the painting through the other gateway.
When the DM shakes his head, like, God damn it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want that painting.
Yeah, I really want to try that too.
But a task for another day since we already have plans. So I suggest we take just a little bit of time to figure out what we want them to actually build within our budget and start heading out.
And before
Can you
we
all
go,
stop planning to introduce gates into other gates that lead to the same area?
Never, you
Hey,
can't
Dave,
stop
time.
me.
I mean, look, this is how you contain the Feywild. You have the Feywild lead people to the Feywild.
You make the Feywild collapse in on itself.
Feywild
Fixes
You
a lot of
were-
problems.
You were there in season 1. I turned my character into a gateway. Of course I'm going to mess with gateways.
This is true.
While
You
Jake
expect
was
this.
talking about this door in the floor, in all the studies that I've done at the monastery, I haven't heard anything about something like that, have I?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I think you're right that we do need to prioritize getting a dock built. And before, we explore any mysterious doors, we should see if Pearl can parlay with those crabs.
Please make it an extra big dock, Captain.
Compensating for something?
We shall see.
Okay. For now, we're getting a dock for our boat.
Yeah, we can always expand the dock as needed, right?
True.
I'll pay for the expansion.
Ooh, that'd be fun to get one of those, like, was it not a complete square, but just kind of like the two sides and then connect as the bridge? That way we can have like that whole dock. That'd be kind of cool.
I agree.
But yeah, aside from a dock and a roof, what do we need that's essential first? I am assuming rooms.
An armory?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know also, like, what was here before, so we don't really know what they're going to be fixing up. We might have, like, barracks and stuff by the time they're done.
True. I mean, I guess we can contact them since we know where they live to kind of further their services.
So
we figure out what they built.
What I'll have prepared for you guys for the next time we play is a very crappy drawing of a map, but it will detail what's in each section of the ring, like what is already there and like how much room is available in each tier of the ring.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, one of the reasons why Junk is like, let's figure that out when we get back so we know what we've got to work with. But I would say a roof and docks, at least. A dock.
Yeah, like maybe, I assume we're gonna go, like, finish the quest that we started in the first place when we came across this place, and then come back here. So maybe, you know, before we leave, we just go, hey, can you add a dock to the list? Here's some money. Then we leave, and then come back, and then sort out the rest.
I mean, one thing we can do, too, we can do that order, or just, when we're done with the quest, go back to the family where our ship is, and then sail back over here. That way we can...
Yeah.
You know, unload anything if we need to unload, or what. I mean, either way, it's gonna work out. We just probably should do that mission first before doing anything else, since our list seems to be growing.
Also, actually, since I do have that flare still, we could always set the flare off. No, wait, no, the flare was for the possums, wasn't it? Not the ship. Yeah, it was the other one that was for the ship. Okay.
Yeah, the one for the ship was the one signaling bombard this area.
Yeah, but I don't think we want to do that to our fort, though, so...
No.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have any way to signal our ship at the moment, so yeah, we'll probably have to just go back to it and sail it over here.
Yeah, might be a good play. But at least we got something, so let's start with... They're already building the walls, so let's start with a roof and docks. Go from there. And then we'll go... Do we want to do the crabs first? Or do we want to do the crabs when we come back with the ship?
I think that all depends on Pearl, whether or not she prepared that spell to talk with them.
I did, yes. You had asked for that, so I've done that.
Oh,
I mean,
there we go.
Yeah, we might as well do that before we go, because if they're like, you know, screw you guys, we don't want to be neighbors, then we'll add that problem to the list for when we get back.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So I have 10 minutes to parley with them. If you all want to come, then I could introduce you all and ask them, you know, explain that we are hoping to live peaceably side by side and see what comes of it.
I mean, that works for me. Let's just go pay for the roof and the docks and we'll head on over.
Okay.
Okay, so when you guys say roof, what are you talking about?
Well, the roof thing, I think, was just like a side comment that Chara made when they had mentioned they were fixing walls, and she's like, oh, roof would be nice too, but the walls they were referring to were like the protective walls around the fort. So
yeah,
we don't actually need a roof, I don't think. That's just going to come with the buildings being repaired.
Mm-hmm. Like each building that's repaired.
I wasn't here for that episode, so, you know.
We should make sure that we have proper ways to secure the gates, though.
Yeah, I assume when they repair the walls, the gates on the walls will be coming with that repair.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be fine to just let them do the repairs that they're doing, and then we can just add that dock to their list, and we can pay them for that now.
Yeah.
If it's something they're willing to do.
And they did say it's gonna be like 2-3 weeks of them working, so we have time to come back and give them more work to do before they leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So docks.
So we're paying for a dock.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're the deed holder. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Shara.
Is this coming out of like our treasury funds, or am I paying for it myself?
Let's see how much it costs first before I make a decision.
Suppose that's fair. I will track down Poncherello.
Yes.
What's his? Yes, Poncherello. Okay, track him down.
And he's not too hard to find. He's down in the first ring, still overseeing the unloading of materials.
Hey, so I was hoping, like, I know you're gonna be busy with all the repairs and stuff, but and we're gonna be like going away for a little bit and coming back, but maybe we could add something to your list. We've got a ship that we'd like to bring in here, but there isn't like a suitable dock or anything. I don't know if you got the means to build one of those.
Yeah, we could do
Doesn't
docks.
Doesn't have to be anything big or fancy yet. You know, we'll expand when we need it.
Yeah, we can do a dock. That's not a problem.
Cool. So, how much is that going to cost?
You're just looking for a basic dock,
Yeah, just like super basic.
something to park the boat at.
Yeah.
Only
Ship, just to confirm, a ship.
Yeah. It's like a full like sailing ship.
yeah, a boat. Say probably run you about 250, 300.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
Nothing fancy. You just need a place to unboard and board the boat.
Yeah. So
What
do you
have in
like
our funds right now?
in our ship funds we currently have 2,403 gold.
Yeah, that makes me really curious how much a dry dock would be, so we can do extra repairs if we need to.
Oh, when you like pull it onto shore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good
So
idea.
you can lift the boat up out of the water, so you can.
Yeah.
That way, if it takes hull
Proper
damage, we can actually worry about it.
Now I will say
Yeah.
this small island right here. That's gonna like.
We're not on the map.
We're not on the map.
I just realized that.
I was like, the burb?
Yes.
The Burb Island?
The Burb Island. So this island right here is where where the dock would be built at.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
That's not
there'll
bad.
be a small bridge built in between the beach and that island, and then there'll be the dock there, and there's room to expand if you want it. If you want later on to build like a small shipyard or something there, you can do that as well.
Oh, cool. Okay. You know what? Let's
Here,
go ahead.
Here, for purposes here, you pretty much own. That's not what I want.
We own so much. Holy shit.
We
No,
own the whole island!
Yeah.
Plus some of the other island.
Wait, is this Ash's Island? Is this
no,
what you
it's
want?
not. Okay, so that's not going to work anymore.
Oh, you can't just make a little shape?
Now you're gonna have to probably draw this.
Not for the ruler.
Yeah, you probably have to use draw shape.
Yeah, so that's not it.
I haven't rolled 20 cooperate.
So you pretty much own this. That's pretty much your parcel of land.
Ooh, that's a good chunk of land though. That's good.
Taxes ain't gonna be cheap, it's waterfront.
And I'm sorry, which it was a Yeah, near Tide Light. That X, is that where the
That's where the possums are at.
parsnips are?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the parsnip scrapyard.
And just don't forget that forest to like the southeast of us is not there.
Yeah. This
That's in Loveland.
forest
Yeah.
or this jungle is no longer there.
Yeah, that will be altered on the
Oh.
next
The
iteration of the
only
map.
thing that is there now is just a bunch of flatland and a singular open portal to the Feywild.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much of a distance is that from our land to theirs on foot, to their scrapyard? Was that like 3 days? Is that how we kept? Well, we went through the forest. That actually probably took longer.
So each square on here is I believe 3 days travel. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's about
So it's
about 3
4 or 5
days.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're like half squares where they are. Yeah. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good travel.
And
time.
then it's
Pretty
about
close if we need to.
day and a half, day and 3/4 to tide light, or 3 days and 3 days 3/4 to tide light.
Oh, okay. 3 to them, almost 4 to Tide Light. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. Okay, do we want to see how much it would cost for them to do that? Although, you know what, to be completely honest, we have several people that are aquatic that could probably repair the ship while it's docked under the water.
You know
They're
that's
just always-
anyone who's a sailor knows that that's impossible.
Yeah, you get water in the boat.
You know what, Rojan? Magic's impossible, but guess what? Here we are.
I mean, yeah, if you want to use magic to like repair your boat, go right ahead.
Yeah, yeah, let's ask really quick, just out of sheer curiosity, how much a dry dock would cost on top of that.
Dry dock? Well, in order to get a dry dock, you're going to need a shipyard. You're going to need somewhere to house all the materials for said dry dock. So you're looking at small shipyard, dock, dry dock. You're now looking like around about $8,000.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, just the dock for now. Just the dock for the ship will work.
We also do have the possums. Like if something catastrophic happened to the ship, if we could get it back to them. I think they
Yes.
have.
I mean,
Like they have the shipyard there.
We
But
could
yeah.
probably pay for them.
And I mean, I know they have a really good shipyard in Tide Light, and we've been gone for like what, 3 years now. Surely they'll let us back.
3 years.
Yeah, sure. You know what? How do we feel about using the ship's funds for that? Or do we want to do part of that and then pay for the other part out of pocket?
I mean, I can pay for part of it since, you know, it is my name on the deed. But it's also an investment for the group, so you know I can pay for part, then the ship's funds can pay for part.
That's fine. You and I can split half and then we'll pay funds for the other half. Oh, he changed his mind. Never mind.
Okay. I was sitting here waiting like,
Yeah.
We're all like, yes.
No, I was gonna say something, but then I just realized, you know what? I know Rojan better than that. I'll wait.
that makes me curious now.
So, Paunch, do you need the payment like up front, or is this an after it's done type of thing?
We normally take half up front, half when it's done.
Okay, and you said it would be what? Was it 300 or was it 250?
250. So 62.5 from each of us. from our own funds, and then the ship funds for the difference.
I say just use the ship funds for the whole thing. We need it for the ship. Makes sense to use the ship funds.
Mm-hmm.
If we have the ship funds, Captain, I'm fine with spending them on the dock.
Okay, I'm good with that too. We'll just use all the ship funds.
Yeah, I'd still like to pay for part of it out of my own wallet because I've got some ideas for the future that may be related to some, let's say, tax schemes. I'll run it by you later, Captain. So if we want to use the ship funds for the majority of it, I'll pay
Sure.
for a part of it as well.
All right, 200 from ship, 50 from you. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
And our tax evasion crimes start now.
Yeah.
We here at this channel do not endorse tax evasion.
Love it.
All right. So after all that is said and done, Pearl, are you making your way to the crabs?
Yes, and hopefully I have the rest of the crew in tow.
I know Echo's tagging along. She wasn't going to send you out there alone.
Yeah, and I'll join up after we settle the business with Paunch.
Okay.
All right, so make our way over there then.
Probably Jenka and Echo, and I think Mir was also with us. Yeah. Mir and Cannonball will kind of show you guys the way.
Yep. And it doesn't take you too long to find the jagged cave opening.
There's the hole I almost fell in.
As you begin to make your way through again, Pearl, this time around you don't really see any of these smaller razorback crabs about. It seems rather empty.
Okay. I will. I do have dark vision. I will go forward towards the entrance to the cave, and I'll basically say, "Hello, is anyone here?" And I will. Now, I guess I would just say that in common to start, or.
And as you call out, there doesn't really seem to be much of a response. You do know that the cave goes down a bit of a ways, though, so your voice may not be carrying all the way down.
Okay, I assume everyone is still with me. I'm going to proceed in, again, trying to be as friendly as possible, and calling hello, we're coming peacefully, we'd like to talk.
Do you think it'd be a good idea for one or two of us to try and sneak ahead to see what's happening?
Well, let's try this a little bit further and see if that elicits a response, and then maybe go. Someone could scout ahead if they don't reply. Do I hear anything?
You do not.
Okay.
You have speak with animals active, right?
I have speak with animals activated. Yeah. Do you want me to drop that in our?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. It's there. There we go.
Okay. Wanted to see if there was any limitations to it. But as you call out, there doesn't really seem to be any sort of response to your hails.
Okay.
Should we go ahead and see what's happening and report back before we drag the whole crew in there too far?
Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Before we go though, Pearl, may I? As Jenga kind of approaches you and has it like her thumb hovering over the center of your forehead.
Yes, Captain. Whatever you wish.
She'll nod and place her thumb on your forehead, and you feel this like kinetic pulse, not hurting, just like a small little pulse, as Jenka pulls it away, and without moving her lips, she goes, "Can you understand me?"
Yes, Captain. Perfectly.
Perfect. This is how we're going to communicate. We'll be back. As I use my psychic ability to communicate telepathically, I do need to spend my psychic energy. There we go. And Jenka will look back to Echo and kind of scout further in.
Yeah, stealth ahead. See what we can scout.
Okay. So those of you who are staying behind inside the cave tunnels, as soon as they start to go down, you notice that the light source behind you begins to reduce until it's nothing. As you can hear a bit of a grumble inside this cave as the earth behind you is slowly but surely closing in on itself.
Like it's collapsing?
Oh, that's
Not that
good.
it's collapsing, almost like a mouth is closing.
Oh,
It's
no.
not
As I said, that's not good.
Oh,
It's not a cave.
Though the mouth is not the mouth, but the cave itself is closing slow enough, almost as to allow you to give you time to continue deeper into the cave.
Okay. This quick.
I will telepathically speak to the captain, tell her what's happening with us, and ask her what she wants to do. What she wants us to do.
I will mouth to Echo. Can I do it to multiple people, or is it just one person? Oh, I can choose more people! Equal to my proficiency bonus. Oh, hell. Okay, yeah, I'll do that with Echo as well. I didn't know I could do more people. I thought it was just one. Okay, cool. So yeah, to Echo, I'll go ahead and be like, okay, quick and quiet. Because apparently the cave is closing. As she'll switch her mind back to Pearl and go, alright, just stay out of the mouth of the cave. If anything comes out, please let me know. We'll make this as quick as possible. We'll try to kind of quickly and quietly get deeper to that end of the cave that we saw before.
So those of you who are in the cave tunnel itself, are you moving forward, like allowing yourselves to be ushered?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the two of you who went forward lead all the way down into the main area of this cave, and you could see the random shinies and treasure scattered about the along the outside of the cave and in the small pool of seawater that's come to like just to rest down near the cavern floor. But there's no large crab in there at the moment.
Is the treasure still in there?
Treasure's still in there. It's just you don't see the large crab. So you do see something. Probably about 15 feet up the wall. Sort of partially embedded into the rock wall itself is this small humanoid. Bald head. Looks like its body has slowly but surely started to integrate with the rock face itself, as its skin is now just like this slate gray. But you
Part
don't
of the ship, part of the cave.
you don't see its arms or anything. You just pretty much see almost like just a bust of it, as its head kind of pricks up, almost as if it's straining to move a bit, and then its eyes open, these small like black opals. And as it opens its mouth to greet you, the rest of those that were in the tunnel have found their way into this main room, as the path completely seals behind you.
Okay.
Be you food? Be you treasure? Or be you something else?
Neither.
Neither.
We are here investigating this cave of its earlier residents.
Ah, the little crabs. Yes, they were fun while they lasted, but they decided to migrate. The large one was carrying a large clutch of eggs, and well, even it consents that my mouth is not necessarily the place you want to raise young. So they went on their merry little way.
What are you?
That is a bit of a question. I, as the bus kind of moves around, was once an explorer. But I found myself exploring one cave too many. And instead of becoming food with this creature, I've become its voice.
So it devoured you, or you fused with it?
It was more a means of mutual survival.
What is this creature?
A being thousands years old. One of the greater mimics that reside in these lands. And that is why I ask, be you friend, be you treasure, or be you something else? And that is where we are going to end for this week.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Always on the
cool.
playtime.
That is
You guys-
cool.
You guys remember that episode of Futurama with the space whale guy being absorbed? The
Yep.
whale. That's the vibe I'm getting with this right now.
Yep, you wandered into a cave mimic.
Oh, good.
We didn't see it move before. How are we supposed to know?
That's okay.
This is fine. This is fine. We just need to talk our way out of this with my amazing charisma.
Yeah.
Please tell me it's not called Jonah.
I mean,
No.
it wants to know if we're friends. I think that's the first step. Is yes, we're friends. Don't eat us, please.
But
I'm
that,
presuming it speaks common too, right?
well, whatever
I mean,
is
it's
speaking to you at the moment is speaking common, yes.
Yeah.
But that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is not the only show that we do. On Mondays, you have us here on Tricorn Isles, but in 2 weeks, starting on the 28th, we will be going back to a rotating schedule, as we will be coming back to Mass Effect Horizons, DM'd by Zorro. Our Tuesday show of Destiny Forge right now is currently on hiatus due to scheduling issues. primarily from me working away from home on Tuesdays. So until that situation gets a little bit better, show's just on a bit of a hiatus. It's not canceled, definitely not canceled, but it was best to just put it on hiatus. That way it wasn't just either we were canceling every week or it was off and on, hit or miss, depending on traffic. This upcoming Saturday, we have another episode of Withered Wastes, which is also the official day for Extra Life Tabletop Month. And I have a special surprise for all of my players on that day, but I am not telling you what it is. You're going to have to wait and see.
I'll finish the VOD so I can watch.
And then we'll come back here next week on Monday for another episode of Tricorn Isles. And then on Saturday, Thursday, we have another game. I forgot. This Thursday, we have the Star Wars game kicking off, and Tiltbot is DMing that. Hey, look, it's not in rotation yet.
I've just
Tales
given
of
up
the Outer
on
Rim.
updating the schedule at this point. I'm just
You
gonna
know I'm
wait like a
teasing-
month or two.
You know I'm
That's
teasing,
fair.
but yes, we are
Yep.
starting Thursday.
Yep. So coming back next week, we'll have Tricorn Isles on Monday. Star Wars. I don't want to call it Hordor because it's not Hordor, but
Totor.
Oh,
It's Tales
Kotor.
of the Outer Rim.
Yeah, Tales of the Outer
I have
Rim
the GIF and everything.
on Thursday. And then on Saturday, we will have Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinguisher's Curse campaign, DM'd by Azarin. And then we will come back on that on the 28th with Mass Effect Horizons on Monday. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you very much for everyone who turned in, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.